How we gonna start it off, Big B? Yeah.
Can't hear what's going on.
Gotta change the energy, man. It was real intense in here for a second, you know? All right. Do not adjust the dial. I am your host, Old Man Logan. This is Boulevard Ave Radio, episode number 19. To my left is the boy,
B. Daniels.
and I gotta go like this a little bit because our other normal co-host, Gas Station P, is not here today. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got two special guests in here with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
I'm the Great Three Willie, Flint City Track Team. What's up?
Alrighty.
And I'm Lord Dare from the Days Mystery Show.
Alrighty. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in, stepping in for our boy Piff Pushing Pete. Alrighty, so let's get into it, man. How was everybody's weekend? Excuse me, not weekend. Weekend just out of shit.
Shit. I haven't really done anything. I got like a car accident like almost a month ago, so I've been pretty much at the crib, like just trying to heal.
Okay.
Just doing like physical therapy and shit. So
I know the struggle.
yeah. I heard you talking about it earlier. It's like, so
It's an everyday struggle.
Got the herniated bulging disc, you know.
yeah, that's tough.
It's tough, but
Yeah, I'm in town. Only for the week.
what you in town from? Let us know.
I'm in town from Virginia. I just got back from the Middle East, active duty Army.
Okay.
I came here to see my baby girl. My birthday just passed, so I came to see her. And I came to launch the Track Team Media Group. You know what I'm saying? Track Team, Flint City. Shout that out. So I've been here just getting business done. Honestly, since I've been here, I've probably gotten 12 hours of sleep. And it's a whole week. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning. So it's been good to be home, to see all the faces, and definitely come here and show love to the Boulevard Ave boys.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Happy belated.
Appreciate it.
All right, B, I see you can switch it up, man. You got your Quavo Huncho joint song. You ready, man?
Let's do this, baby.
All right, we're going to jump right into it. Walk it, like it, talk it.
All right, man. Kicking off movies. I'm gonna just start here, man. Jonah Hill has a new show on Netflix called Maniac, where he reunites with Superbad co-star Emma Stone. Man, have y'all checked that out? Plan to check that out? What you think about it?
Jonah Hill looks great.
I like bearded Jonah Hill. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, one of them faces he need to be.
Yeah, he looks like one of the bros, you know.
He like an honorary bro, you know.
Yeah.
What's the show about? Because I have no idea.
Beats me.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet.
Anyone else in the room
No.
watched it? No?
Nobody at Jonah Hill standing here.
No Jonah Hill.
Not at all.
If my voice is reaching you right now, go watch the trailer. Jonah Hill, Maniac, on Netflix. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on the Facebook.
There we go.
We didn't do our homework. It's cool. Y'all got us, though.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
But I do plan on checking it out, though.
Most definitely.
I will.
I was gonna check it out. Like P said that late in the in the group chat, and it was like, okay, cool, because I did see it coming, but I was jumping into Iron Fist season 2, so I watched 2 of those joints last night, and then I cut on Spider-Man, so I was done after that. So I just
I'm up to like episode 8, Iron Fist.
You liking it so far?
I like the first season a little bit better.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Because I thought the first
It's with those Marvel shows, it's been kind of flip-flop. Like Luke Cage season 1 was good, season 2 not as much.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones season 1 was not so good, but season 2 is great.
Definitely.
And all the Daredevil's been phenomenal. Waiting on that season 3.
And they announced that this morning, actually, that Daredevil season 3 comes out October 19th on Netflix.
Let's go.
The only time I've seen Iron Fist is on Luke Cage.
Season 2?
No, period. The guy do his thing. I've never seen the show or nothing like that, so I'm just going to be honest right now and say that I don't have as much free time. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely dedicate my free Netflix time to... I gave Luke Cage some spins, and I seen both seasons. I was happy with it.
Yeah. So, keeping it Netflix, D.L. Hughley got a new stand-up special on Netflix called Contrarian. I did see I guess you could say the trailer, when you like hover over the title and it plays a little trailer. It looks pretty funny, man. And D.L. Hughley don't really mess with me, so
I like D.L.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check that out soon. So, what about y'all?
He's good. DL is good.
And just as a humanitarian, I fuck with DL.
Yeah.
Like,
Now I like that a lot more than I like him as a comedian, to be honest.
I like them both equally.
But I feel like it tie in, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I
He's the same
haven't
person.
checked for him as a comedian in quite a while, but when I do hear him about, the stuff that he talks about on his show, like, I have planned on grabbing his podcast and listening to it a lot more, because I do love that side of him. Like, he's a person that acknowledges he has a voice and he's using it when, something happens that, he doesn't feel is right or whatever. And I tip my hat to him for that. But I do plan on getting into this special, just because I haven't watched none of his comic stuff in a while.
Yeah, I like D.L. Hughley. There isn't really any time I see him like on stand up or on TV or in an interview where he says something that I don't like. Like he consistent with everything that he do. Like all his stand ups is like it's consistently good. It might not be the best shit in the world, but it's all really good quality.
I feel like that's just who he is as a person.
Yeah,
He a very smart,
quality human being.
Yeah, he's a very smart human, very humane person. So I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Cool. In the comedy world, Kevin Hart. Actually, no, let me backtrack. Cat Williams was in Atlanta. I think it was earlier last week, and he was on a radio show with fellow comedian Wanda Smith, and they had a back and forth, if you would.
Really?
And I think Cat kind of got the best of her. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but he was, she was attacking him, and he was striking back, which I ain't never really seen Cat do with somebody else, in a while, and actually win. So that took place, and then I think it was later that day or the following day, she had a comedy special with Red Grant at a comedy club in Georgia. Cat was there. Her husband came up to the venue and allegedly brandished a firearm at him
As he should.
Nah,
for attacking his wife
As he
verbally.
As he should.
Verbal attack.
I disagree.
As he should.
I disagree.
Why?
What else are you supposed to do? If somebody talks about your wife, the first thing you do is pull your gun out. That's the first thing.
But at the end of the day,
Then you talk like
Cat Williams, what, 5'4"?
Exactly.
I don't know what her husband looked like either. So.
He ain't Cat Williams.
Exactly.
Wanda's a big woman, so
His husband gotta be,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a big
said
guy.
he was
He's
big.
taller than Cat, obviously,
As most people.
and we've seen Cat get whooped by 12-year-olds. So, like, you
Right,
really
If
don't
a
have
12-year-old can beat his ass, I'm sure a 40-year-old man can give him some hands,
You
too.
don't really got to waste your energy. You just pull your pistol out and it's like, all right, so what was all that shit you was talking earlier?
Or you would just stand there and intimidate the shit out of him.
Nah, you're not going to intimidate him.
Because Cat Williams might have a gun on him.
That's true. But what's
Well, he
I
has
feel,
security
I feel
with him.
he's the type to just go to comedy shows with a pistol. I feel he's the type to go into a normal setting with his gun on him. So you never know.
Yeah, but at the same time, it got to be some escalation of force, though.
Yeah.
Like just because somebody mouthing off, you know what I'm saying, pull your gun out on them, because you can strong arm them. I feel like that'd be first. You know what I'm saying? You pull a gun out now. If he do have security, they have the right to kill you. Now
Right.
your wife a widow based on this 5'2" comedian telling some jokes. About
Or, just by having your gun out, all types of emotions are running through your body, adrenaline. You might accidentally, discharge and actually kill him.
do something stupid.
Now you're going to jail for murder off some,
That was the point.
Well, in his defense, he didn't pull it out, but he brandished it. Like, he pulled his shirt up to, like, show him like he had his gun on him.
See, I don't know.
I
the
think
law
that's the
in
dumbest
Atlanta.
shit to do.
Yeah.
I don't know the law in Atlanta.
I think it's open carry in Georgia.
Yeah. Well, I'm just from a different culture. If you pull it, pop it.
You gotta use it.
Otherwise, stop it. Yeah.
Believe that. Yeah, I ain't grabbing it unless I'm finna unload that motherfucker. Yeah.
But during the interview on the radio show in Atlanta, Cat Williams mentioned some female comedians that he felt were not getting their just due, and a certain female comedian did not deserve to have shine, one being Tiffany Haddish, who he felt, had kind of, I don't know how to say it, just like leaped above the crowd and got shine out of nowhere, and it was undeserving. and some people felt some type of way. So Kevin Hart went to the Breakfast Club and disclaimed his disagreement with Cat Williams, while Tiffany Haddish was on the show with him, and he gave his explanation. So did you guys see Kevin Hart talk about that, or?
Yeah, I saw a clip. I didn't see the whole interview yet. I saw a clip, and I agree with everything Kevin Hart was saying. Like, one, that's always been corny to me. Like,
yeah.
if you have people that you want to be, at a higher stature or whatever, you can promote them, but you don't have to try to bring down somebody else in order to do that. Like, there's enough room for everybody. The people who you talking about, Lou Neal and all these people, like, they don't have enough visibility. I don't see them anywhere. Like, other than that Lou Neal interview on the Breakfast Club a few months ago, I haven't seen her anywhere in the movies.
I think what Cat was saying is these are women that put in that,
work.
Yeah, they put in that work early, and they're not reaping the benefits of the work that they put in. Where Tiffany Haddish, she hasn't really. Well, she's put in work also, but not like as long as them. But she's seeing more of the fame and fruits of her labor from the work that she's putting in, and not the other women.
But that's not even fair. Like, that's just not how shit goes. Like,
yeah, and I agree.
Like, it's rappers, who've been rapping for a long time, and then there's somebody who posts a song to SoundCloud and it go viral. Like, that's a part of the game. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, Lil Uzi shouldn't be here because blah blah because Fonte was rapping longer than him. Like, nah, that's just not how the market works all the time. Like,
right.
Sometimes when you get hot, it's the right time. Some people get hot at the wrong time. Like, Samora was the biggest female comedian at one point in time, but it was the wrong time. It wasn't during like this big woman empowerment movement that's going on right now. So she wouldn't get the same looks as Tiffany Haddish is right now. Like, right now it's like, yes, black women, we're gonna push you for it, and Tiffany Haddish just so happened to be right there at the right time, like on the Carmichael show and all that shit, at the right time. And Girls Trip, she could have blew it.
So here's my thing. The business is people. It's a lot of things that you can work at, and you can put everything in there, and you see a standard level of fruition. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the gym and you hit the weights, you will get stronger. You know what I'm saying? If you run every day, you'll be in better shape. But when it comes to business, it's still people. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at somebody because of how their cards played out. First of all, because they played them. Like, Tiffany Haddish wasn't just some random girl in a comedy club her first time, and then a producer walked in there like, do you want to be in movies? Like, no, she did put work in. You know what I'm saying? She did get hot. But it's a lot of people who had those same opportunities who didn't make the same moves that Tiffany made. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I get where Cat's coming from. Like, yeah, some people who've been working for 30, 40 years, and they never see this level of success. But whose fault is that?
I don't think it's anybody's fault. It's just, how it played out.
It's the game.
Because you're not in control of the era you come out in either. Like, because to play devil's advocate to what Cat's saying to me, like, for a lot of people, including myself, like, I didn't, like, he just said she was on the Carmichael show. I didn't even know she was on the Carmichael show in regards to Tiffany Haddish. The first thing I did hear about her was Girls Trip. And it just seemed like from there, everybody propelled her to this level where you start seeing them movies, you start seeing her in these spots, in these spaces that you didn't see Samora in, or any of the other women that he name dropped. You know what I mean? Monique being maybe the most visible one out of the ones he name dropped. And, I don't think you discredit her rise to fame, in regards to trying to, put on for them. Like you said, I got what he was trying to say, but he was delivering it the wrong way. It's like, all right, you're taking away from her, to try to pull them up, and that's the wrong way to go about it.
And back to when you were saying, like, whose fault it was, I think the only time that you have the cards in your hand and you have the control of your fate is when you're on top. On the way to getting there, that's solely on business. But once you're there, it's on you to stay there. So Kevin Hart, he's been on top for how long? 10 years maybe? At least 10 years. Cat Williams was there at one point.
Yeah.
He's not there anymore, but at one point he was there. And the reason he's not there is because of his actions and his decisions, what he did.
Yep. Blew it.
So I feel like, just as an adult and a professional, everything is on you. Everything.
Even on the way up.
Especially on the way up, because that's why a lot of people don't even.
Well,
make
yeah,
it
you got to put yourself in position to make it.
That's what I'm saying. You train for game day, right? But then you still got to show up and you got to play.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we'll rise to the top. Every little opportunity that you get, you got to play it a certain way. Tiffany just played her shit right, and she had good people in her corner. You know what I'm saying? Linnell might have had Cat Williams where Tiffany had Kevin. Mm-hmm. So where Cat would make a bad move, Kevin make a good move, he can teach that to Tiffany. You can't be mad at that. That's black excellence. That's how we get better.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You should copy those moves and give these people another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's saying that they're bad. He named some legends, and nobody's saying that they bad, but they just missed these shots. It's okay. We can do it again. It's gonna be more movies. Ain't nobody shutting down comedy.
Right.
You know, there's no end. There's no finish line to it. So just make it happen. You don't have to tear down Tiffany. You feel me? I get what he's saying. Some people have put in work and they haven't seen the success, but that's life.
Yeah.
That's how this shit goes.
Yeah.
You're not always like, it's not, certain things ain't meant. Everybody ain't meant to be number one. Some people meant to be number 30. Like, your whole, like, the build-up of who you are, like, your whole life's plan might just be for you to be top 50 or whatever your field is. You might not supposed to be Kevin Hart.
My thing is, what's wrong with Samora being Samora? What's wrong with Monique being Monique? You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to be Tiffany Haddish, because that's still success. Like, they doing their passion. They doing what they passionate at. They successful. They're renowned. Mm-hmm. Like, what more do you want to be happy?
They want recognition. But
that's
what society puts into our minds. Like, if you're not this, that, and the third, then you don't fucking matter.
If you're not first, you last.
Right.
Nah, but that's not
stupid.
true.
Yeah.
It's not true, but that's how society views it.
My thing is that if they're even in the conversation, that says something. Mm-hmm. When you talk about great comedians who've been overlooked, for your name to be dropped, you have to be a great comedian.
Right.
Right? You're not happy with that? You're not happy for your people? Like, even if they don't have as much success, if I put out 3 platinum albums and my homeboys doing mixtapes and they feeding their family, you know what I'm saying? They going places, they going on tours, they traveling the world, they just haven't put out 3 platinum albums, I would be happy for them. You know what I'm saying? And if we all missed our shot, but we were still successful in doing what we love, I would still be happy for them. People just got to be able to be happy. Like, what's the line?
Like, we heard from Kat and Kevin, but we haven't really heard from Linnell and Melanie Camacho and Monique. I want to hear what they have to say.
That's what I was just
that.
about to say. Ultimately, like, this is coming from him, so like, we don't know how they feel about it. They might feel like, hey, I'm doing just fine, you know, doing my shows, and because some more still do shows, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I see those little flyers going around with her and Michael Blackson and, you know, a lot of, you know, relative comedians, but they not to the level of maybe Kat or Kevin, you know, and those are consistent, like, you know what I mean? So who's to say these women have a problem with where they are on the food chain, if you will, you know what I mean?
My personal perspective, when I listened to the interview, the Cat Williams interview, mm-hmm. I felt like the words that he was saying was words that he heard.
Okay.
And that's just what I got from that. I never got it straight from the horse's mouth, but I got 5 sisters. And I know when they talk, you know what I'm saying, the way that words get transferred. So maybe they were together and said something to him, which would push him to say...
That was his interpretation of what they said.
Yeah. Which still wouldn't make it right. Just be happy.
No. Comedy is a special kind of platform, like, especially for black comedians. Like, it's hard enough for black comedians to get the respect that they deserve, period. Mm-hmm. So when one of them, like Kevin Hart or whoever, reach a level of something that's never been done before, you shouldn't be mad at that, because a win for him is a win for everybody. Like he always says, like, when he breaks down a wall for something, that's only going to benefit the rest of y'all.
Right.
Because now there's more doors that y'all can walk through. Him doing a fucking stand-up at a arena or whatever, the football field, like, that's never been done before. Right. Now you see, like, okay, that's possible.
What this feels like to me is like like a high school sports team, like a high school basketball team. Your leader was the senior on the team, he go ahead and graduates. You're a junior. Next year, it's going to be your team. But then a transfer comes in. He's a senior. He's just as good, and he becomes that leader. So you miss your shot to be the leader. That's kind of what this seems like to me. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be next in line. I'm going to get my shot, but then you miss it because someone else just jumped over you, got it. They may be better, they may not be, but they were in position to get it. Where you were just expecting to get it handed to you.
Yeah, but the way that it feels to me is that it was still for coming from a place of love for his people. Yeah. And I can understand that. You want your people to win. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen. You feel a certain type of way about that. We received that, but you don't have to tear down someone.
And also, he came into the interview like he seemed like he was sauced up or like had some.
I feel like they had words before the camera started.
Because he already had a mentality like, yeah, I'm not fucking with her.
I feel like that might be Cat. I never seen him in person, but I never had a one-on-one conversation with him. But I feel like that might just be the type of person he is.
Like, because he was too ready to like joan on her ass. Like, hey, what type of food you make? Broccoli. Anybody can make broccoli.
But he real though. That's why it's so good. His comedy's so good. I feel like that's just who he really is.
All right, man. So, let's move to my boy LeBron James, man. You know, he done moved to Hollywood. He's did some film work in the past, so I think now he's about to become more in depth in that field. So he plans to do an adaptation to the film Lean on Me, and also we're hearing that he might be doing a Space Jam 2 remake.
Oh, it's official. With
your boy Ryan Coogler's direction from Black Panther. So what you guys think about LeBron making moves in Hollywood?
It's the GOAT, man.
I'm trying to see who's gonna be Joe Clark, man. So who do you get to play that role?
Morgan Freeman's still alive?
Hell yeah.
So who else could do it?
Only person I can think of was Sam, Big Sam Jackson, man. I can't think of
hell no. I can't take too many more MFs.
Man, Sam with the bat, you ain't feeling that?
Put these motherfucking chains on these motherfucking doors.
Can't see nobody else but Sam, man.
Nah, man. I think it's just an adaptation, so I don't think it's gonna be like the exact Lean on Me. Maybe like a spinoff or something like that. I don't think you can't redo Lean on Me. It can't be a redo. It got to be an adaptation. They gonna spin it off. But as far as LeBron being in Hollywood making these money moves, I'm proud of him. Go ahead and get your money.
So I was thinking the other day. I was high, right? So just let that be the preface of this.
Thank you for clarifying where your state was.
So I was thinking because I was talking to my homie about the original Space Jam. And how the plot is really kind of like stupid, but it's like in order for him to like when they do make it tailored to LeBron, like what are they gonna do? Because Michael Jordan, like he actually left basketball to play baseball, and the Looney Tunes had to come and snatch him so he could play basketball again. Yeah, LeBron never left basketball, so I'm trying to think like what direction are they gonna go in.
I think what they could do is like
I had a theory. But
they've had these basketball tournaments against the Monstars since Michael Jordan came back, and they've lost. So what they do is they come and they bring LeBron in. LeBron infiltrates the Monstars, join their team.
Damn, you a savage.
You confusing him with Kevin Durant.
He infiltrates the Monstars, sabotage the team, go back to the Looney Tunes squad and win.
But the Monstars gonna get first pick in the draft for the next 3 years, though. So look out for that. And then Monster.
So
we keeping the streak going.
Okay.
So my theory, I feel like this is the best case scenario for LeBron at least. So I feel like they gonna have it where LeBron leave Cleveland, and Cleveland is basically Looney Tunes. So he gonna leave and go to Miami. And then Cleveland gonna suck, and they need his help. So he gonna come back. They gonna come and grab him back, which is kind of what happened in real life. Bring him back, and then him winning in Golden State is them beating the Monstars. I feel like that makes the most logical sense. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but I mean,
it's got to be a way for them to take him into that parallel world.
I hope, for the sake of entertainment, It makes no sense at all. I hope
Pull
it
a
don't.
man through a golf hole. And
Yeah, I don't know, cause what they gonna grab him off the banana boat?
Yeah.
Like, what do he do? He just
I'ma
go
love
to
it
the Sun
anyway,
game.
so.
Yeah, it's not really about
they
the
just
plot.
take him mid-game.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
You know how they had Mike's specials? What they gonna have for LeBron?
Steroids.
Yeah, an ejection.
He said,
Syringe.
"Y'all savage."
HGH.
I love LeBron. I don't think he's on steroids, but for fun, yeah.
Right now.
Y'all savage.
I love LeBron.
Y'all remember when they was talking about the Cleveland Browns was interested in LeBron?
Yeah,
I'm thinking you could go that route.
yeah.
LeBron goes,
They
plays
can
for the
use-
Cleveland Browns.
I like that.
All right. The Monstars is basically Golden State, so you really don't have to look no further than Golden State to be the Monstars.
They should have Steph in the movie, and them that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Like if they like,
You
cause
gotta have
They
KD.
did have some other stars because
but-
Michael had other stars in the
yeah.
movie. So.
And I'd rather Steph Curry than Muggsy Bogues. So.
Yeah. But I think you go that route. You know, LeBron left basketball. He becomes a wide receiver or something they were saying?
end.
Tight
Tight
end
end.
for the Cleveland Browns. And, you know, Bugs come and tell him, yo, we need you. You know, NBA's trash. So I'm thinking that.
But how crazy would it be if the Monstars wanted to play football?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tweety Bird
Chris
can't
Angel
play
fuck on
football,
y'all.
man.
Be a coach.
Tweety the ball.
That's when you got to go get some of the Animaniacs, you know what I'm saying? And you got to bring them to the table and, you know, the other Looney Tunes.
Yeah, so we turning this into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, man, you got to make the Warner universe.
It's all about character movement. Characters should be free to move to whatever show they want to.
I'm excited for LeBron. Though. He's doing a whole bunch. Like it's just exciting to see. Like wow,
He's doing so
this
much.
was never done before.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing so much at one time. It's incredible.
And then he's still good at basketball. Like,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it. Like,
Good.
but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'm saying, let me
You already heard-
adjust the crown.
You already heard what I said. I said you go.
Yeah.
So he doing a lot. And
Arguably.
I ain't
Whatever.
Ain't no argument for me no more.
Whatever.
I mean,
Right.
he doing a lot. When I go, you know, most pictures we see him sauced up, like, you know,
Damn,
you know what I mean?
savage.
Like,
I seen Jordan playing beer pong with some white teenagers.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's your goat?
My king would never.
I'm finna kill my goat.
I
Is
personally,
this your goat?
I was about to say,
Is
me
this your
personally,
goat?
Scottie Pippen was my favorite on the team.
Okay,
Oh, that's different.
But who's the
That's cool.
goat though?
who was your goat? Yeah.
Who's the greatest of all time? I mean, as far as basketball goes, it's Jordan. Yeah,
Is this your goat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sauced up. Jordan, the real sauce guy.
All right, so yeah. So Tales from the Hood 2 is on Blu-ray next month. If that means anything to anybody here,
Not to me.
I'm surprised they got a sequel.
I'm about to say, let's keep it moving.
How long has it been?
When did that first one come out? 93? 94? 94?
I wonder if they're gonna have dude in it. That was, you know,
The devil?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna be
Clarence,
He on
what's
he
his
on
name?
Kane now, ain't he?
knee
Yeah,
deep
he
in
old
the
as hell.
shit.
Dude
Can't
from
go back and get him.
from Half Baked, right?
Was he in Half Baked?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Half Baked. Yeah,
Can I get some cocaine?
he always played so crazy, bro.
Yeah, so moving off to that. White Boy Rick was a great film, but some say it could have been a Netflix special. What you guys think about Lil Ricky?
Anybody see it?
No, I ain't seen it yet. Didn't it just came out like
It just came out. Was it last week?
Last week, 2
I
weeks
came out
ago.
last week. Okay, I'm
I literally just checked Fandango for movie times. I'm probably gonna go to the movie tonight. I did not see White Boy Rick on there.
Damn.
get you a
Damn,
five.
which one?
The movies for.
Which movie theater?
AMC East
Downtown?
downtown. Yeah. By the way, The Princess and the Frog was on there,
Of course.
but White Boy Rick was not.
Well, yeah, now I can see why I wouldn't be there. That's downtown.
Black Klansman is still on there.
I still
White
haven't
Boy
seen that.
Rick is not.
I haven't seen no movies lately, really. I
It
want
been
to.
dry.
I've been watching TV shows. I've been watching like The Sinner has like kind of consumed me a lot.
The Predator just came out, but before The Predator, like, what was the last big movie to see?
They could have kept that Predator.
What the Avengers thing? I guess.
Yeah, right.
The biggest thing.
I think last one I saw was what, Ant-Man?
We saw Ant-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't seen
That's
shit.
it.
I be having to like pick movies that like my girl want to watch too.
Yeah.
So I just be like, You guys just meet somewhere in the middle. So
Right.
Ant-Man is usually never.
So what's the last thing y'all saw then? Like,
I'm trying to think. Shit, and we
Black Panther.
Nah, no, we go to the movies a lot. What was the last thing I think the last thing we may have seen was the new Purge movie.
What did you think about that?
If I can remember it right, it was good. It wasn't my favorite one, but it was probably third on my list of the best ones out of their 4-part series. And I got a TV show that I'm not gonna watch.
yeah, I ain't watching it.
So
yet.
it's
I was actually just looking at that yesterday.
Yeah,
I might check out a episode
I can't.
just to see what it is.
Because now I feel like you just trying to take my money from me. Now I feel like you just doing it for the money now. And
They doing it because they're trying to push that idea on people.
It's
That
okay.
shit's gonna happen.
So
bro.
when it happens, you're not surprised.
it's like, oh well, it's on TV. It's like,
You're familiar with it.
I fucking hate them.
So keeping it TV, man. The head guys at AMC said that they have about 10 years of content ready to go for The Walking Dead.
That's impossible. To stay relevant another 10 years with The Walking Dead, right? Not Fear the Walking Dead, but The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Because that's a
Fear the Walking Dead, they can do whatever the hell they want.
that's what I'm saying. Like
But-
that, you might be able to push that, but if you still trying to go with The Walking Dead, like, yeah, I don't know how they gonna do that.
I've only seen maybe 8 episodes of the entire show. Mm-hmm. So, and if they was like, if I go on Netflix and I see something that says it's got 10 seasons, I'm already starting off like, I'm probably not even about to. I'm not even about to start this shit because now it's just too much. The longest show that I've watched was The Office, and they got I think 9 seasons. Just because it's short, it's like 25-minute episodes and it's funny. The Walking Dead is like mad long, dry, pause, like it's drawn out. It's just like, bro, like, I can't watch this shit. I will fall asleep. I fall asleep on TV a lot, so I need something that's just like.
So I feel like we've seen a version of this, and it's funny that you said that you watched 9 seasons of The Office, because when I first got to college, I started watching Lost, and there was 9 seasons of it.
Is 9 seasons of Lost?
Yeah, and I've watched every episode,
Wow.
and you can tell that at some point there was a producer or maybe a director who was like, you know what, I could create 10 years of content.
Yeah.
So when I hear them say they got 10 years of content planned for The Walking Dead, what does that really mean?
It might not be good content, but they can make 10 seasons of shit.
Nah, 10 years of content will not translate into 10 more seasons. I guarantee you that. If they have that right now. Because you still going to have to compete with the new shows that come.
Now, here's the thing. Saying that you have 10 years of content, that's a gray area because you got people that may not want to stick around for all 10 seasons
You're
of
not going
that.
to be able to pay these people enough money.
You're gonna lose a lot of viewership, so yeah, you're not making as much money anymore. Plus, you're losing
the
actors.
Yeah,
They getting ready to lose viewership anyway. Rick,
Yeah,
finna go.
Rick is done after this season, and this is the main character.
And that's how the commercial was going. Rick's final episodes. Like, y'all already using this gimmick to bring people in. People didn't
Right.
like when they killed his son off last season. So, like, yeah. I don't know how you going to pull a 10 out your ass, but
Yeah,
Good luck, though. I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I'm not even finna be Cat Williams right now. Just
I will. They're gonna
There's plenty of other shows.
right.
Nah,
They're gonna do
good luck.
they're gonna do these final episodes with Rick. Then they're gonna get off another season without Rick, and then that's when it dies.
R.I.P.
Because
to
people
Walking
gonna
Dead.
be like, you know what, this ain't for me no
That's
more.
how they gonna get you, because it's gonna die, and then once it dies, it's gonna start walking at 10 years of content, just like it's gonna be a
Right,
zombie
the
show.
episode is just a whole zombie,
It's all zombies.
first person zombie.
They're gonna do what Prison Break did. They're gonna kill the main character, and then 5 years later,
Right.
they'll be like, nope,
Oh, by the way,
nope, sorry, it really wasn't.
it was
dead.
a blank bullet. It didn't really.
Yeah, that's terrible.
like that.
That made me so mad, bro.
Prison Break.
That made me so. We. I don't even want to get into
It
it.
was done. Like
He got electrocuted.
it was done.
It's the only way that they made it out and then all of a sudden that didn't happen. Anyways,
it was done. I already was pissed off by season 3, but like the show was done. Season 4 kind of pissed me off too, but once it was over, I'm like, cool, that's it.
he said, "Cool."
Now you're like, oh no, wait, sorry, no, he's still here. It's just like, come on, bro, y'all just wasting time now. I hate shows that like to rehash, come back, all this shit. Like, nah, just give me some new ideas, new content. Y'all don't have to bring shit back all the time. I don't like sequels to albums. I don't like sequels to movies like that. Like, I just like.
So you don't like the Carter 5 that's about to drop?
I didn't like the Carter 4. Carter 3 is overrated.
I agree.
So we can. I mean, it's really only 1.5 good Carters in this whole series. And it's only maybe 3 dedications that are good too.
I'd say 1 Carter and 2 half Carters. So
2
Carters.
I give you that. Yeah. Carter 2 was the best one. And
yeah, hell yeah.
Half of Carter 1 was good, and half of Carter 3 was good.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on. As long as you said Carter 2 was the best one.
Yeah, Carter 2 was definitely the best one. Yeah. Carter 3 was just, it was that moment. Like, he was bubbling up all this stuff.
You agree with that? You agree with that? Carter 2.
Carter 3 was just the
Carter was the best Lil Wayne album ever. I'm just talking shit. Everybody was agreeing too much.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Because I don't know, Lil Wayne don't have a lot.
Where was your antennas when that Carter 2?
He don't have a lot of albums that I like. He got mixtapes that I think are cool. But like,
Fireman is the greatest Lil Wayne song ever.
Where was the fire, man?
That was a terrible joke.
Sheesh. That's real tough.
All right, so let's keep it moving. Keeping the TV, man. The Flash releases photos of their villain for this season. You guys interested? Watch The Flash? Any?
Nope. Told y'all I haven't really seen none of it. Like
no Flash watchers. All right.
But I want to. Is Flash? He not Marvel, is he? He DC.
DC.
DC, right? I thought so. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. None of them. The last DC movie I seen was Man of Steel, and that was at a drive-in movie theater. So
damn,
wow,
yeah. So that was that.
Where's the drive-in movie theater?
It's far as fuck.
Right.
It's about a good hour away from the city.
Pretty sure you wasn't
west,
watching
ain't
the movie. Nowhere.
I was watching. I was with my dad. So
okay.
It wasn't even that type of vibe.
If it was a date, you had to drive in theater like that.
I went to the drive-in to see it with my girl, and we both was falling asleep.
Fam,
really?
If I drive an hour to see a movie, I'm watching that movie. I'm watching that movie.
It was like, I don't know if because I was tired or irritated because my car, I never had a reason to turn the bright lights off, so I didn't know how to do it. So mine was dark as fuck outside. So the dude in front of me, white guy, he walked up to my car. That's one thing I don't
turn
like.
Your fucking lights on.
Don't walk up to my car. Like, yo, your lights on, okay, cool. So I'm trying to figure out how to turn shit off. So I got it on the low lights. I'm like, all right, maybe he'll leave me alone. Whatever. So he's in this chair. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? I'm like, bro.
Help me.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure this shit out. This movie not even that good. Relax.
Come up with excuses now.
He walked off kind of mad. I was like, I don't like
this movie ain't shit anyway, bro. You don't need to see it.
Tell him to flip his mirror up.
You at a drive here, bro. You're not even paying attention to the movie like that.
Yeah, you trying to rub one off.
Hey, sheesh.
Pause.
But you with his girl, But check this out. Since y'all don't watch The Flash, I'll fill you in on it. So this will be entertainment for all of us. Pause.
That's a good pause.
The villain name is Ragdoll. He's like a contortionist type character. And the person that they have chosen for this role is actually a contortionist that was on America's Got Talent or some shit like that. Okay. And you guys don't seem interested.
I'm like, okay. Where you going?
Did he win?
I don't know. I didn't look into that.
What's his name?
It's Troy James or something like that.
Hey, shout out to Troy James, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, shout out to him.
Shout out to Troy. Black excellence.
Cool, you know what I'm saying?
Stay flexible.
We got something good out of that.
Flash showing us a lot of black excellence.
All I want to say is
a lot of black people on Flash.
It's plenty of black contortionists that came before Troy James.
It is.
That's great.
All right, so keeping it comic book DC characters, Joaquin Phoenix. He's playing the new Joker in the upcoming Joker origin film. And Todd Phillips gave us our first look at Arthur Flex, a.k.a. the Clown Prince of Crime. So, did you guys get a chance to see that? Check it out.
I saw, like, I guess a clip or something of him with the makeup on and shit. And it was cool. Like, I don't know, I feel like people put too much pressure on who the Joker is now because of what Heath Ledger did. So now everything after Heath Ledger is like, oh, if it don't measure up to what Heath did, then it's trash.
Yeah, he put on a hell of a performance.
Like,
but I think if anybody can meet or top what he did, is Joaquin Phoenix.
He definitely, it's going to be good.
Wasn't he already a villain, though?
I wouldn't know.
I don't think
Who,
so.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
In the comic book world?
Was he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I gotta look it up then. Well, maybe I should just shut the fuck up.
No, that's just what this for. This is discussion, man. But I'm excited to see the film. I've heard that they've just finished the script for the other Joker film featuring him and Harley Quinn with Jared Leto. And that's still in the works, I believe. So we'll have 2 up-and-coming Joker films coming up. And I'm checking out for both of them.
Is that true that Robert De Niro is a part of this cast for the Joaquin Phoenix version of the Joker?
Could be possible. I didn't hear that. But
Because I heard something about that a couple of days ago.
They just putting anybody in movies. How old is Robert De Niro?
he's got to be just as old as Morgan Freeman.
Right?
Him, Morgan Freeman, Al
Danny
Pacino,
Glover.
and Danny Glover. Still out here getting the bag, you know.
Yeah, niggas that was doing it in the 60s.
You gotta let it go. We just want a good product more than anything, though. Regardless of who it is that give it to us.
Yeah.
So it's not really the star power per se, because even Heath Ledger wasn't the biggest star when he played the Joker, but he gave us a performance that was second to none, and that's why we appreciated it. R.I.P. Heath Ledger, but that's why we appreciate it. So whoever's gonna be the new Joker, just come with it. That's what we want.
I got a question. Do y'all feel like if Heath Ledger, this is just me just hot taking, if Heath Ledger didn't die,
Will we love him so much?
would this role be as revered as it is? Like,
No.
I think it would.
I say yeah.
No.
I say yeah.
No. Heath Ledger dying was like Tupac dying.
it made
That magnified.
it made it like a legend.
But Tupac was
Yeah.
still that guy when he was alive, though.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's people who put Tupac in their top 5 who couldn't name Tupac's top 5 songs. And it's the same with
That's
Heath Ledger.
true.
Heath Ledger dying was the greatest thing to happen to that role because it was free publicity, and he gave us such an excellent performance to back that up. That's why they miss him. Heath Ledger had always been a great actor,
Yeah.
you know, but
Did you watch Brokeback Mountain?
definitely did not.
You can't omit a body of work that he did. And
No, his body of work is a complete body of work. But what I'm saying, I didn't need to see Brokeback. How many times did you watch it? That's the best.
I watched it once. I watched it once.
Is that enough?
it was fire.
Is that enough?
It was a good performance.
Oh, you liked it?
You got pause.
You liked this performance?
It wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't bad.
You gonna pause that at any
I'm
point?
not gonna pause at all. I'm not talking about watching gay porn. I'm talking about watching the film. This came out in theaters,
I
bro.
will pause it for you. Don't worry about it.
How funny would that be though if Jake Gyllenhaal does get that Batman role, because he is rumored to become Batman, and you know what I'm saying, Heath obviously was Joker before, so it will be
I feel
kind of
like
interesting.
That'd be kinda cool.
Jake is good.
like
Jake is
Jake.
a solid actor. So, like I said, we more than anything, more than any particular narrative towards any actor, we want a good performance.
Right.
I feel like Jake could give us that. I would appreciate it. I appreciate the Ben Affleck Batman, and people hated that.
I liked him as Bruce Wayne a lot. Not so much Batman.
Yeah, I think Jake Gyllenhaal.
We did a lot of that too lately. Like people will say the same thing about Christian Bale. They liked him as Bruce, but they didn't like him as Batman. Like,
Justice.
See, I like Christian as Batman and Bruce. So
yeah.
That's interesting.
So, actor, comedian Jack Black gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and his new movie, The House
Clock in his wall.
without clocks in his wall, with clocks in his wall,
With a clock in its walls.
with a clock in his wall. Okay. The House with the Clock in Its Walls released this weekend,
What year is it?
I believe
2018.
it's 2018.
It's 2008.
Yeah.
And Jack Black just got a star.
Yeah.
Why would he deserve it prior?
Were we supposed to give it to him for Nacho Libre or?
Yes.
Hell no.
The pick of
Tropic
destiny.
Thunder?
He was in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
What?
Didn't know that.
You didn't see
I was watching that movie so pissed off at Robert Downey. I forgot everybody else that was in it.
See, that's what it was. You had the mad goggles on.
don't even
because of Robert
remember
Downey
what
An
Jr.
angry black man watching Tropic Thunder. Couldn't see the other black.
I was watching a fake black man.
He was just a dude that was disguised as a dude who was dressed as another dude.
Yeah, that
You
pissed
should
me
know
off.
the words to
dog.
this movie.
It was a good movie.
So tell us why
Oh,
Jack
Jack
Black
Black.
should have this Walk of Fame
Because
prior to now.
he's a star.
Can you
But
give me
every
Jack
star
Black
don't
movies?
deserve a star on the
I
Walk
know,
of Fame.
but- okay, but like I said, more than any narrative for any particular actor, I appreciate good products. He does music. He does TV.
So you like Tenacious
He
D?
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause this. That's too much going on.
Hey, hey. I forgot we got.
You listening to
Your girl does too, by the way.
You listen to You listen to Jack Black music?
I'm not even gonna lie right now. On an old hard drive,
Nah, I'm not rolling, bro.
I have a Tenacious D album.
Nah.
Facts.
Pause.
Facts.
And you liked it.
I'm not gonna
like
say
Tenacious D?
that I like Tenacious D. Y'all not finna get that
I'm not trying to go
Y'all not
there.
gonna get that sound right.
I'm trying to understand
I mean,
why,
I like Lonely
why
Island.
you dying on this what's his name? Jack Black Hill. That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
like Lonely Island. I got Lonely Island albums.
So if Jack Black I feel like Jack Black getting a star on the Walk of Fame is
Does he deserve it?
Is kind of like Tracy McGrady going to the NBA Hall of Fame. Because now you can make a case for anybody now.
Hey, they
following
put Trump on there, so.
But The Apprentice was a big ass show. Like he was.
Other than
Trump
the
is-
Apprentice, though, like.
Trump was a huge star. Like before becoming the president.
I gotta see a list of everybody on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with a star.
If Jack Black is on there, we're gonna have to put Mike Epps in there.
So what's your-
eventually. There's gonna be a lot of people who had some funny movies.
Yeah. So what's your top five or what's your favorite Jack Black movies?
My favorite Jack Black movie is
I'm looking and I'm not seeing anything that
There's a
like,
list. That's
moves
crazy.
me.
I like. Well, it would either be School of Rock or Tropic Thunder.
And that deserves a walk on the. I guess.
Yeah, I like
It's like-
I like Shallow Hal. That's about it.
Shallow Hal was cool.
That's really Jack Black. That's crazy.
Dave, you want to check in for Goosebumps, man?
I definitely watched
No,
that
sir.
Goosebumps.
I watched that with my daughter, man.
Jumanji.
Yeah, he was in
He
Jumanji.
definitely
wasn't
was in Jumanji.
Year one was an okay movie. Year one was okay because I was.
he? The hell happened to Michael Cera? You ain't seen him since.
I think he got something coming out soon.
Yeah, he finna do something. Kung Fu Panda. Okay, not horrible.
Yeah, there you go. He got
okay,
a
he-
franchise under his belt.
But he doesn't have the star power to have a star on the Walk of Fame.
What?
And a lot of people that does have one out there don't deserve it.
If Jack Black was walking,
Y'all sound like Cat Williams right now.
if I was walking downtown on Michigan Avenue,
Jack Black ain't black. That's his name.
and Jack Black walked past me, I wouldn't ask for a picture. Oh, I'd be like, oh, that's Jack Black. Oh, okay, cool.
Bet.
Let me just.
I usually don't ask for pictures from.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
But I wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't like trigger any emotion. Like, oh, like if it was Samuel L. Jackson, I'm like, oh shit, that's Sam. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He just must got something to do downtown today. Cool. Let me go about my day. Like I care none about what Jack Black has going. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and I feel like he and Adam Sandler and
Whoa!
you
you want something?
You dangerous ground.
Wait. Let me clarify.
Okay.
Adam Sandler deserves a star on the Walk of Fame.
Okay.
He deserves a star on the Walk of Fame. But for the last 10 years, he's made the same movie, and I'm tired of it.
Talk to him about it. Bro.
I'm tired of
Let's
it.
holler at him.
And Adam Sandler is solidified because of stuff he's done before all of this. But I feel like he might be putting himself in the same token and breath as Eminem now. Like, it was hot when
I don't agree.
I just don't agree. But now you just garbage.
I don't agree.
It's different because Adam Sandler signed a contract to make these movies, and that's more that more so puts him in the lane with like LL Cool J, because LL Cool J's contract was for like 15 albums.
Yeah.
So his last like 8 or 9, like you couldn't even name his last 8 or 9, but he had to do it.
Couldn't name his last 14.
Right?
Damn. Pooka wasn't feeling that statement either, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw you see the arms got folded.
Which one about Eminem?
You brought up Eminem, man.
Nah, he good. He good.
Y'all not gonna slander Adam's name in here, man.
So you like his new movies? You we gotta be honest. We gotta be honest here.
I can't say that I don't like them because I haven't seen some of them, but the ones that I have seen, I liked.
Nah.
What's his last theatrical release? Like, I know he's been
Like
making
in
a
theaters?
shitload of like, yeah, like
He
of
won't.
Netflix, but
He
like,
still
I
on
haven't-
Netflix another 4 or 5 movies.
Yeah,
You're
He's
not gonna
got
see
a
him in
big
theaters.
deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. What was the last one? Was he in Grown Ups? Yeah, right.
Of course.
Was
Yeah,
Grown
for
Ups
sure.
2 it?
I think Grown Ups 2 might have been the last one I've
That might have
seen.
been the last one.
Wow.
He do so many, and it'd be like all the same shit, and all of them have Kevin James in them. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. He does use the same cast for every
Rob
movie.
Schneider.
I feel like
Rob Schneider.
I can't watch this shit. Like, if they made Think Like a Man 6 times, I'm out. Like, I was out after the first one.
They make Fast and the Furious. They on what, 8
I
now?
haven't seen one since Tokyo Drift.
I haven't even seen
I told you I don't like
Tokyo Drift.
sequels to shit. Like, I'm tired. I don't like the same. I need something fresh, bro. Same Adam Sandler. He do the same comedy. He been playing the same role for the last 15 years.
I just think that Jack Black deserves a star.
They gonna have to extend that streak.
They are.
They gonna have to take a whole.
Do
other
they take
block.
people up?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I think
so.
once you're there, you're there.
I know they take people up for shit that they do. I think they took Bill Cosby star up.
Did they?
Oh, did they?
I think
I
so.
don't think they did. That's not.
If you do some fucked
I'm
up
not
shit,
even
that's
speak
take
on
your
that. So,
speak on it.
nah, I'm not going to talk about that.
All right, and lastly, we got the film The Sisters Brothers, released this weekend, also featuring John C. Reilly, our boy Joaquin Phoenix, and Jake Gyllenhaal.
When does that come out?
They came out this past week.
Me not having cable, really, I don't know anything.
I saw this on Spotify.
I don't have that shit either.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't be knowing nothing. Like everything, like all the releases, I'm like, damn, this coming out.
Yeah, so
Damn, all this came out last week. I have no idea.
yeah, I saw the trailer. I think John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix play brothers, and it's a typical John C. Reilly flick.
So this is not about like incest,
That's the first thing I thought about.
right? The sisters, brothers.
I think Sisters is their name.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check to see if it's on the Fire Stick yet.
So is it like Step Brothers?
No, it's not as goofy. No,
Okay.
it's not as goofy. Well, I don't think Joaquin would be down if it was that goofy.
I can
Joaquin can be goofy, but it's not as Will Ferrell would be.
Oh my god.
Does he have a star, by the way, Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell?
If Will Ferrell
He
does
should.
not have a star,
Definitely
should.
does.
He should. It's gonna have to be a.
He should have it before Jack Black. I tell you that
100%.
much.
100%.
How?
Excuse me.
He's got classic
Jack
movies.
Longer than Will.
Does he?
No, he has. He definitely has not.
so I would agree with that. But Will Ferrell did SNL.
That's the only way. I'm trying to think. Like, I
But
think
once he
Jack Black been around
left,
theatrically
once
long.
Will Ferrell left SNL, he's never had a miss.
Eh,
You can't name me one,
I can definitely name you one.
please,
A miss for Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
please.
Hit the IMDb real quick.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, if you got to look for it, then it really wasn't.
I
a
mean, I
miss.
don't know the name of it offhand. That's how trash it was. I just know Danny McBride was in it. It was a remake.
Danny McBride.
Oh, the Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost, maybe,
Land
I
of the
think.
Lost.
When I say I'm out on somebody, like I'm usually just not watching anything else they put out. So if something Will Ferrell, once I get tired of somebody, it's like I'm not watching anything else. Certain stuff, certain actors, like they don't fully appeal to me.
Yeah, Land of the Lost.
So those actors that
Adam Sandler for one.
Jack Black apparently.
Well, I would never go like out the house to go see a Jack Black movie. Period. Who else? They're mostly white comedian actors.
You sound kind of racist, but okay.
Okay. I feel like they get like a much longer leash than the black actors do.
I mean, we live in a white America.
And I'm just like, I'd rather not even. Y'all not gonna get my money out of me. Like Will Ferrell, at this point now, I'm kind of out. Not saying that he's not funny, but it's like, yo, I'm tired of you yelling at me.
What was your breaking point?
What was my breaking point? I don't have a pinpoint exactly when. I just know it was kind of recent.
Yeah.
So maybe like in the last 3 years or so. I'm just like, all right.
was it that film with Kevin Hart?
Had to be. It was the last
Central
2 years.
Intelligence? No, is that yeah? No, that's Central.
That's what the route. Central
Right.
Intelligence.
I didn't hate that movie.
Get hard, pause.
Get hard. Pause.
Wow. I didn't hate that movie, but it kind of did help me be like, okay, I'm kind of out of this guy. Like,
Right.
And I'm just like, I went to see Kevin Hart. I didn't go to see Will Ferrell. So yeah.
So I know thus far you've only really expressed this type of mentality towards the white comedians. Do you think that there would ever be a point for Kevin Hart where you'd be like, because he works a lot, a lot, he gets a lot.
Well,
Can you be over Kevin Hart?
to be fair,
I'm absolutely over Kevin
his
Hart.
movie.
What?
No, I can't.
Already?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I can't.
Movies are good, first of all. And his stand-ups have not been good since maybe like Laugh at My Pain. That was the last good one that I saw.
Damn. You sound like Michael Blackson. What was you saying?
No, I can't be out.
Oh
on,
shit, motherfucker.
I can't be out on Kevin because what I view Kevin Hart as is not just a stand-up comedian or just an actor. Like his movies, I haven't really watched any recently. I don't think. I don't. Well, I think the last one I seen was maybe Ride Along 2. I think.
Yeah.
Trash.
But I don't watch it for the cinematic genius of it. Like it's like I like.
What are you watching it for?
I watch it to support Kevin Hart.
That's
Black
bullshit,
excellence.
bro.
Like
Black
it's pretty much
excellence.
just like, yo, he black and I'm tired of like the white people being in these positions, so I want to support him as much as I can.
But there's other like good material that you could use and still do that. Like
I saw Black
But also,
Panther
like, the
5 times in theater.
who?
Black Panther, I saw it 5 times.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that was actually some good
But,
work
like,
that you can support.
Kevin Hart does so much. Like there's I think Kevin Hart does something that can be funny. Like you.
That's
might
the
not,
problem.
No, I'm saying like you might not like his movies, but you might like this.
You
might
sound
not
kind of. You sound kind of upset. You got some feelings toward.
I just think he's not funny.
You don't like
anymore.
fair.
You don't like his
That's
his show on YouTube, Coldest Balls.
Can't say that I watch it regularly. No,
Like I feel like
I've seen it before.
There's
But
always something. Like Kevin Hart is a funny person. Like
I think he tries to be
his
funny.
written jokes might not be the funniest, but him just
He's entertaining.
in conversation is funny.
It's the like I've said here before. Like it's the like mannerisms and shit.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, that shit. Stop it, bro. That's not how regular people talk.
So you want
I don't when I get ready to talk.
you want a comedian whose jokes have retail value. So you can hear a joke from Kevin Hart and you can go tell your friends and it can still be funny. Is that more of what you want?
No, 'cause
Rather
I don't care if other people laugh. I want it to make me laugh.
Right. He's just not funny.
Right. I think he's like a pop comic. Like he's like
he's
the
like
Flow Rider of
the
comedy.
Drake. He's like
yeah,
the
he's
Drake
the
of
Drake of comedy. So like the
you
shit,
know,
his material appeals to white people, women,
Yeah.
because those are the majority of the people that are supporting his
White women.
Yeah, so
Who he cheated on his wife with? A white woman?
She was Hispanic, wasn't she?
She was Hispanic.
I couldn't see it. It was dark in there, but he was smashing out.
He didn't do it. Kevin Hart didn't do it.
He was raped.
Bill Cosby didn't do it.
Kevin Hart was raped.
Bill Cosby did it. Bill Cosby did it. I wish, man. I don't want to get into this right now, man.
Don't.
He did it, but it was. I don't want to say justified, but it was.
Oh man,
It's a gray area.
let the record be known that it's not Dave saying that.
It's not old man Logan saying
He's
it.
saying
It wasn't.
was
Let's just say that it
justified.
wasn't raped, but it did
I'm
happen.
here weekly.
So
I'm not
on the
speaking
behalf
on it at all.
on the behalf of Track Team Media Group and Flint City Record Label, I, William Riley, would like to let you know that I do not believe there is a gray area for rape.
That's what I said. It's not rape, but he did have sex with those women.
Okay,
Without their permission.
is that the?
So that was
last-
movies.
They definitely gave consent. They were there.
Yeah, Big B, thank you for the movies.
They were absolutely there for that.
We're gonna jump right into these music topics, y'all. Sheesh.
No, man, y'all. Hey,
Nope.
y'all want to support black so much. Let's support the man that we grew up
Okay,
on.
one thing I can say is serving right now, active duty in the military. I can say that it was disheartening to hear that the Navy stripped him of his service in light of everything that came out recently in these past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You can't really take away somebody's service to their country, and they stripped him of everything. And I don't think that was fair at all. I was just disheartened, and that's my opinion, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
No comment. I'm never on the fence of, well, they said it happened, so it happened.
But that's basically what people are doing, though.
But I'm also not on the fence of, well, I don't believe in allegations, so I have to believe you too. So I'm just rather not even go there. Like,
But you just gotta look at the facts. And
So I was gonna start movies.
go for it.
I mean, music. Excuse me.
I'm just saying, like, you just gotta understand what's been presented and go off that. People are not doing that, but go ahead.
That's how public opinion goes, though. They tore him up as soon as the allegations popped.
Exactly.
They tore him up. So even if he was found not guilty, like, his show wasn't getting back on the air.
Music.
Right.
the world we live in.
Yes, sir.
Just-
So how did everybody enjoy that Lil Wayne Carter 5, man?
Oh, I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, it was rumored to be coming out yesterday, and yesterday came and went. And yeah, I don't know how many people was actually checking for it, but let's do a temperature check in the room. Like Carter 5, who's waiting on it? We know you don't like sequels already, so
But there's always nuance to my statement.
Gray area.
it's a gray area.
Lil Wayne has been gone for a while, and I was going to be optimistic about the Carter 5.
Okay.
I knew it wasn't going to come out yesterday because he didn't say anything about it coming out yesterday. It was literally just blogs and hip-hop websites saying, oh, yeah, Carter 5 is supposed to be dropping. Everybody like, oh, shit, cool. I'm just like, nah, he did that one little song with Swizz Beatz, which was nice because I haven't heard Lil Wayne rap good in quite some time. So I was like, okay, cool. And hopefully he grew some and,
Trash.
blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm just hoping it's not what the Carter 5 was when he was, like, I guess supposed to come out. Because the way he was rapping at that time, I'm all the way out. So I'm going to be optimistic and hope that it's some new material. He not using that high-ass pitch voice no more. He not excessively.
At this
using
point, what
auto-tune.
voice could he be using? Have you heard him like talk in like a
Wait,
conversational
on the
voice?
song with, like, on the
Sounds
Swizz
terrible.
Beatz, on the Swizz Beatz song, his voice is at that level that I like Lil Wayne at. I'm cool with that.
That's awful. That's
can't
worse
deal-
than these mobile rappers.
I can't deal with
Lil Wayne
the
is
super high pitch. I can't deal with it.
Moses for mumble rappers.
I was just going to say, a lot of people say he
Yeah.
was the beginning of that.
Jesus.
He's the godfather of all these little niggas you got running around here.
Godfather just the boss of it. Lil Wayne created it. He authored that.
I say it all the time. People always give me flack for that. I say it's all Lil Wayne's fault. He made everybody think that they can rap. He made rapping look so easy and simple, and motherfuckers was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I can."
He's the reason everybody got face tattoos and colorful dreads.
I'm not gonna blame him for the colorful dreads.
Oh, I do.
I'm not gonna blame him for that.
I do.
He puts
that
out
40-year-old black man with blonde hair. I blame him.
I ain't gonna blame him for that one.
I blame him.
The colorful is not.
Yeah, Wayne
I'm
puts
just
out
mad that-
quantity over quality.
I'm mad that Birdman took all Lil Wayne dread money.
That's funny.
I seen that boy. I think it was 2 Chainz wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, when Birdman took your contract, bro, he all the money for your dreads to get twisted. He definitely took
Stress, man.
Yeah, it's stressing.
stress.
Be having like seizures and shit.
It's the drugs.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
I'm a pill popping animal, syrup sipping nigga.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Get your dreads twisted, bro. We love you.
Of the hair he has left, because, I mean, he's thin at the top now.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to see Lil Wayne with a fade either. So
He might have to go back to the do the Buster.
Let it go.
He might have to.
Y'all seen Childish Gambino? He growing it out. Jay-Z growing it out. Just go ahead, Lil Wayne. Just chop it off, bro, because it look bad.
Yeah.
He looked bad. General.
Hey, we praying for Lil Wayne though, man. We know you've been through a lot, and we want to see you
Yeah.
back on top. But at the same time, bro, you got to work with us. You got to work with us.
All right, so from one polarizing figure to another one, Mr. Kanye West went on a video rant this week. You know what I mean? A couple of days ago, he was walking around in Chicago. He was under the rails, the train somewhere. And, he told a couple of guys to, put some respect on his wife's name. You know what I mean? Nick Cannon being one of them.
Get no respect.
Talked about Drake a little bit, and he talked about Tyson Beckford as well. And, going with Kanye, on this reboot, this rebrand of himself, he also announced Yandhi and said he was moving back to the crib, and he teaming up with Chance the Rapper to deliver, finally, good-ass job. So, what do y'all think about Mr. West, man?
Goat. Come on. Nah, come on.
Goat piss.
Come on. Come with it.
Go to what?
Come with it.
Go to what?
Nah, I just want y'all to know what you think about it.
There's nothing that Kanye West is doing right now that looks remotely good or
Goat-like.
like just positive at all. Everything he's doing is either one stroking his own ego, or he just trying to
Sell some merch.
sell some shit. Like, and it's crazy because, like I said, like Kanye is in like my top 5 favorites, but like all the shit, all these antics and stuff, I can't get with it. Like, you're 40. I can't. I expect that from my 25-year-old rappers, not the like. I've always hated this. It's always been corny to me. Like, when rappers are going through beef or whatever, and they put out their phones, it's like, yeah, nigga, you better, like, bro, you talking to your screen. That's not cool to me.
But Kanye don't do that though.
That whole
just did.
Under the Train, Drake, you don't make a song even remotely close to Kiki. Like, bro, who are you talking to? you insecure. Like, a old ass insecure man is not something that should be praised and heralded up. Like, he needs to be helped.
We had to mic up our cameraman, Will, man.
He feels some type of way about it.
You got something wrong with what I said?
So the whole, when he put the hologram up on the new iPhone, Yandy, you wasn't feeling that?
Fam.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'm not listening to
So Instagram.
I'm not listening to Yandhi.
What is Yandhi?
It's, I guess,
I'm
Jesus
guessing-
and Gandhi. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's his version of Gandhi.
And it's
Why can't he just be his damn self?
And
Like,
it's,
why you gotta be?
It's fuck Gandhi too. But
Just like Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense because he all about love now. The mob can't hate me. They can't make me not love you, Ye. I'm here with you, Ye.
fuck that nigga.
If you can hear my voice, Ye, just know that I love you, bro.
It ain't fucking.
We got the same energy, bro. We got dragon energy, Ye.
So he.
I'm glad you home, Kanye. Welcome
As
back.
He's not even home. Like,
As a husband, I
moving
get
here.
where he came from.
That part I was just about to
100%.
mention. Yeah, can we all agree upon that?
Yeah, as a husband, I agree with what his attempt is,
But
there's
they
a certain
gon-
way to address.
Nah, they said pull the WAP out. He said pull it out. You talk about somebody's wife, just pull out that move.
you can.
That's what he.
You can't.
But I mean, if he's on love route right now, sit down and talk with these people. Don't go on the internet where everybody can see. This isn't a public matter. This is personal.
Mm-hmm. So I
feel like he mad. Like,
but he's doing this to sell records, to sell merchandise.
It's a
That's why he
rebrand.
put all of that out.
It's a rebrand. It's not because he wants to be a changed
He
person.
wants people to be
sees
talking
people
about
turning
him.
against him. And he like, oh shit, no, hold on.
I think that's human though.
That's fake.
I don't think it's fake.
If he was, because we don't get this when he's not in album time or promotion time. When he's doing clothes and music, that's the only time we hear from him. The same with Nicki Minaj.
That's because everybody love him when he gone.
So when you
Because he's not saying no dumb shit.
Exactly.
yeah, so when
But
you
it's
come
not.
back,
It's not
you
that
don't
he's
have
being
to-
somebody fake. It's just that he's in the public eye now because he's doing marketing for his stuff. So now he come back. He wearing a MAGA hat, talking about it's his choice to be slave. And we're like, hold on, dude, what are you talking
Well,
about?
That's
keep
okay
that.
to you.
Well, do like your artist says and keep that same energy. Do that shit when you're not selling no records.
That's what I'm
Do that
saying.
shit when
That's
you-
what I'm saying. It's not that he doesn't have the same energy. He just not in the public eye.
And that's up to him. If Kanye West, and say he dropped, the last album he dropped was Pablo. Say, yay, none of that shit dropped. And he had all this time where he wasn't dropping no music or no clothes. He can call Charlamagne like, hey, bro, I want to come to the Breakfast Club and talk about something.
For what?
If it's something, it's a lot of shit that go on in the world.
Yeah.
Donald Trump became president. What did he decide to do?
He linked up with him.
Right. He didn't decide to, we gonna stand up together as Americans and fight against this injustice or whatever. I don't hear him talk about no injustices aside the injustices that he faces. Never as black people, that everything black people go through, police brutality. I don't hear about none of that. All I hear is, they wouldn't let me make my clothes
You don't.
and do this. They wouldn't let me, the
So
infrastructure is blah, 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 blah.
He talks about that in his interviews. But you can't listen to Kanye West's music and say that he don't address the struggles of black people.
What did he address on Life of Pablo? All I heard was bleached assholes, and a whole bunch of nothing. Only song on there that remotely was anything relatable was, what's it called? Real Friends or something like that? That's it.
Real friends.
The song, yeah, that's it.
And what was it? 30 hours. I like that too.
A couple songs on the whole
What
tape
about the
with
joint with Chance?
Ultralight Beam.
Yeah.
Chance verse was fire.
Chance's verse was amazing. I don't even remember what Kanye said on the song.
Yeah. I know he sung. That's
He
all I
sung
know.
on it.
We are Ultralight Beam.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like everything is about him. Because if everything is going his way, we don't hear from
But
him.
everybody that way though.
That's not true.
That's very true.
That's not
Especially
true.
with rappers.
When J. Cole not in album mode, you still see him on the front lines doing
because
stuff.
that's him promoting himself. That's
You
how
can
he promotes himself.
But I
to
think
his
Cole
audience.
actually cares.
Right. I don't
Kanye West don't give a fuck
I don't
about
feel like
nobody
him
else.
coming
I
to
feel like-
Chicago was, we have to fix Chicago.
You can't say that the nigga who made Black Skinhead and New Slaves don't care about black people.
Like I said, I feel like it's not about black people. I feel like it's about Kanye West. He just happens to
He's
be
a
a black
black
man.
person.
He just happens to be a black man.
But that's the
He
reason
doesn't
why.
want to
That's
be a
the
black
reason
man.
why a lot of black people care about black people because they are black.
Yeah, and that's why I'm angry at him because I feel like it's not about black people with him. It's about Kanye West. It's not about everybody. Because like I said, when he's not selling something, when everything is going well for him,
Have you heard the song Saint Pablo?
100 times. I love that song.
Why you love it?
Because it's a great song. It sounds nice.
He says, "I am one with the people," and then they ring out them shots. That's him. That's
Do you
him. That's
believe-
him acknowledging. How many people don't do that though?
Your art and you outside of your art, because once again, you're still selling
so
your
wait.
music.
So, is your problem with Kanye West the man or the artist?
The man. I don't care about his music. I
Okay,
don't give a shit
okay.
about
So
that.
now we can move forward with this. Kanye West the man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like him because you don't feel that he's honest.
No, he's not honest. He's disingenuous and he's contradictory. A lot of things he
Contradictory for sure.
Said, a lot of things he said has been very contradictory. Oh, I want this, blah blah blah, and then there's some whole other shit.
Mike,
like,
could y'all give me an example?
I can't pinpoint something right now because I haven't thought.
This
about
is
it.
just like a general example, how he contradicts himself.
It was some stuff in that first original Breakfast Club interview. I have to rewatch it to pinpoint exactly what it
There was a lot of stuff that he said with Sway that was contradictory.
Like what?
And why he go off on Sway and then go off on Charlamagne?
Exactly.
If anybody deserved to get went
I feel,
off on it, was
yeah,
it was
but
Charlamagne.
Sway gave him different energy.
No, he didn't.
He did. Because Sway was like, why don't you just do this? And he's
Yeah,
like,
it was a regular question.
If you've been working your ass off doing something for this long, it's the same energy that we was talking about with Cat Williams and those comedians.
No, it wasn't this. It wasn't that type
just
of energy.
hear
with
me out. I
Sway.
haven't even made my point.
Yeah.
So if you're putting in this amount of work and you want to see this product, and you go to talk to somebody, and they like, yeah, why don't you do this? The fuck you mean why don't do that? What do you think I've been, like, you trivialized my struggle. And knowing who Kanye West is as a man, you know that wasn't going to sit well with him. To be trivialized in some shit that he passionate about.
The thing is,
That's why he's like, he only got mad at that one moment.
But
like, you ain't got all the answers.
Kanye wouldn't explain to him why he couldn't do it, because you're talking to someone who doesn't have the platform that you have. It doesn't have the money and the time that you have to do what you claim that you want to do.
Okay, so
we don't understand why you can't do it when you have all the resources
One thing
to
we
do
have
it.
to stop doing is saying that rich people can't be humans. Because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. You know
But what does that have to do with...
Kanye didn't get to $1 billion by just sitting in his office and sending people to do shit. Like, my man's be working. You know what I'm saying? And he just didn't want to be trivialized in that moment. Maybe he exploded, went about it the wrong way. He quickly apologized and everything like that. That's just the type of dude he is.
all I just did was want to know why you didn't do it yourself. Like Kanye, like he was going on that whole press run of, the higher ups don't want me here.
Yeah, he was looking for validation from outside sources. Yeah,
because he wanted to open the door into the industry.
He wants to be a white person.
No, he want the doors open. He want a level playing field. He wants shit to be fair.
Who is he doing this for?
Some things we just
Kanye
don't have access to. He needs to understand that.
But is that okay?
Yeah, because there's things that white people don't have access to that
Like
we
what?
do, or that they shouldn't have access
Like
to.
what?
They get it now.
Yeah, because we give it to them.
Like what?
Well, they take it.
Like
We give them
what?
jobs at record labels that they shouldn't have. We give them their
We don't
platform.
own a record label.
Yeah, exactly.
we
They
invite
create those
them.
infrastructures.
We
and then
invite
they
them
have
to the barbecue every time they dance on the fucking internet to a rap song. Like every chance a white
But we
person
gave
gets.
them the music. What I'm saying
again,
is,
that's
Where we don't own the music.
where exactly what I'm saying? Where are we excluding them? In
I
white
said-
America, where are white people excluded?
That's why I said that's on us. That's why Sway was asking, like, why don't you do it yourself? You looking for the handout from the white person. You trying to join hands with them when you can do it
because
yourself.
if
And it's
you're
empower
trying
black people.
If you're trying to go to the league, then you want to go to Duke. You want to go to Kansas. You know,
That's
what I'm
different.
But you don't have to.
But
I'm not
in the
saying
ins-
I'm not saying that you do. I'm not saying that you do. I'm saying there are very few Cam Newtons in the world who can go to junior college and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If your goals are high, you know you gotta take big steps, and that's what. And his name is Kanye West, bro. He gotta protect that.
But he not acting like that.
But when you
He
have
acting like he's like you say everybody not Cam Newton or whatever. Kanye West is on that stature of I don't have to go
us.
to Duke.
to us.
To them is what they the ones who buy all his shit. I don't buy no damn
So why is he
$500 pair
having
of
a
shoes.
problem? That's what I'm saying. We can't say that rich people don't have problems. They humans, bro. We assume that
I
all.
never say he don't have no problem.
No, I'm saying like we assume that you Kanye West. Of course, these people will want to work with you, and he's telling you as the man who's living that life, they don't.
But what
that's
we're
not what
saying,
I'm saying.
but what we're saying
Fuck
is you
them.
don't have to work with them. You're Kanye West.
That's what we're
you
saying.
can do
Fuck
this on
them.
your own.
You don't
But you
need them.
can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't. He's trying to get into like you can make clothes. Like, yeah, you can make clothes. Anybody can make clothes. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean that you're in the industry. That don't mean you're as legitimate as you want to be as a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have happened had he just started making clothes. If he didn't sign with
It won't
Adidas.
happen.
you say that?
It won't happen right away. That takes time.
Okay, but right now he's a billionaire. He just got to $1 billion this summer. That don't happen if he don't start selling the shoes with Adidas. If he just went off like fucking
We don't
LeVar
know that.
Ball, if he went off like LeVar
We don't
Ball,
know that.
made his own shoe, he didn't have the infrastructure to put that shit out to everybody. Adidas did.
You build your own infrastructure. You
Okay,
don't
but that
need
takes
to use that.
time. In 2018, he just became a billionaire. He
What
wouldn't
else
be
do
there
we
doing
have?
it.
The only luxury we have in life is time. That's all we have is time.
Time is a resource. It is not a
That's
luxury.
all we have is time. All we have is time.
No, it's shit not promised.
That's
dog.
all. Exactly. So even if he, but like, what is he passing down now? Like, what doors did he really open up? Because every black person now is still going to have to fight and climb that. He's Kanye West. He has a rapport already.
What's his boy name?
Virgil?
Virgil. Does that happen without Kanye West?
It's very possible.
That
Very possible.
That was not going to happen.
It's possible.
It's possible, but less likely.
It's less likely, but it's possible. But once again, we don't need them. We keep giving them everything. They're taking a cut out of everything. When Off-White comes out, cool. The white people take some of this. I'm sorry if anybody here is kin to white folks, whatever. I'm sorry. I feel a lot differently. It's like I'm tired of that. Like, oh, well, we need them. Like, no, you can be independent. You don't have to sign to the major label to be successful. Chance showed that. Mm-hmm. So now other people coming up can be like, oh, shit, I can be independent and be just as successful. Kanye West like, oh, shit, I can't do it myself. Let me go knock on the white man's door and see if they give me a hand. And if they don't, I'm going to cry about it until they do.
So would you rather be Chance or Cardi B?
Chance the Rapper.
In terms of success?
Yeah. It's on my terms.
That's cool.
That's your terms, though. And I think that's the part we all forget when we get to this thing with Kanye. This is something I had to come to conclusion with him, too. Like, who are we to say what he looked to for validation of his ideas and how he wants to do something? Who are we to judge that? Like, if his idea is to say, yo, I want to work with Ralph, and that's his idea of validation, then who are we to say, okay, we can say, well, you don't have to do it that way, but, you know what I mean? If that's how he wants to do it, that's how he wants to do it.
He can do whatever the fuck he want to do. I'm still judge it as a consumer.
Yeah,
and as you should, because that's your right. But I think the part that we forget as the consumer, we forget he has an opinion and he has a thought process the same way that we do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's where that problem lied. I mean, I still think he was foul for going off on Sway in that interview like that. You know what I mean? Because Sway was saying, like you saying in here, you're Kanye West. You can do whatever you want to do with your own platform, your own resources. You can create that. But if this guy has it in his head that, yo, I want to be the next Disney, I want to work with Disney, I want to work with Ralph, if these are his levels of success, who are we to say, yo, stop what you're doing and just, do it yourself?
That's an internal issue that needs to be discussed. Because why is your viewpoint of what success is, why is it only elderly white men? Like, those
are the most successful people.
Success is why is, unless you number one, like I said, if you're not first, you last. If it's not Ralph, like, it ain't Ralph though. Like, nah, like that's not the only factor of success.
Those are his factors.
That's why I said that's a thing that needs to be discussed. If LeBron want to be
Jordan, maybe that's what pushed him to 8 consecutive, championships. People set these goals. You can't tell him to set a lower goal or to not have one if that's what's driving him.
But it can be like if your level of success, if you feel you're not successful unless you're arms next to Ralph Lauren and Gucci and I'm the next Walt Disney or I don't hear him say
what Kanye should have did was he should have explained to him why he felt the way he should have. He shouldn't have just blown up.
You don't owe nobody an explanation.
You do. You came to his show. He's asking you a question on why you're doing what you're doing.
There are people right now who want to be where you guys are. They feel like you are successful. It's people who feel like I am successful. I want way more than what the fuck I have right now. I don't even feel comfortable with what the fuck that I have right now. And there's plenty of people who be like, your daughter's eating every day. She got clothes. You got a place to stay. You're not even worried about shit like that. And it's people who be like, you good where you at. I don't even feel comfortable where I'm at. That's why I'm out here hustling. That's why I just started a business. I'm starting 5 businesses this year that I hope to be in the black by fiscal year 2020 because I don't feel comfortable where I am. And there's plenty of people who would love to be where I am. And that's his same attitude. Like, there's plenty of people who want to be Kanye West. But Kanye West want to be something better than that. And he don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit here and design infrastructures when people have them. Like, I'm not going to build a road down the sidewalk when there's a street there. Just let me ride down this street. Because that's going to take time for me to build it. He wouldn't be a billionaire right now if he had to establish a store everywhere where there's a Foot Locker or a Champs. If he had to build a store there just to sell Yeezys, when all you had to do was sign his contract with Adidas, they have the infrastructure. That's all you've been saying.
So what's next then? So I reached $1 billion. So what's next?
He coming back. He doing communications.
You believe this shit, and that's the crazy part.
That's cool. I mean, because he said it.
I don't believe
we've already acknowledged that he's contradictory.
That's what it is.
You haven't given me any example of when he's contradicted himself.
I'll do it after the show. I have to go.
Yeah, because we're gonna be on Ye all day. Because
I'm hip to Ye. Dragon energy, bro.
You say you started your own businesses. That don't mean you went to McDonald's like, yo, can I work with y'all real quick? Like, no, you started your own shit because you're not comfortable with that. You're not comfortable with handouts. Like, you want something more.
Yeah, I'm a build, but there's people that I have to work with.
But you don't have to reach for whatever field you're looking for. You don't have to reach for the number one guy. Like, please help me.
Do you make music?
No.
Do you know anyone who does?
A lot of people.
So, would you rather them come up with their own music streaming site, or just be like, hey, bro, put your shit on Spotify, put your shit on Pandora, put your shit on YouTube?
Is that a real question?
Is that a real question?
I would 1,000% own shit because you have to have something to pass down. I want people to have something to pass to their children and to other people like us. I don't care about Spotify and Apple. I don't care about none of that shit.
I understand completely.
I just use it because that's all we have.
You want 100% propriety, and I can get on board 100%. I'm all about black excellence and owning your own shit. As an up-and-coming artist, to be worried about your music and worried about yourself as a product, and also have to design your own streaming service and your own video program, and then push that too, just to be a platform for people to get the music that you're trying to get them at. Like, why wouldn't you just put it on YouTube?
You can, but the thing, my only issue with what Kanye West is doing is he's making it seem like it's the only way. Like,
it's the smart way.
Like, he's making it seem like that's the only way. Like, you don't have the answers. So, like, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you, why can't you? You just, well, Ralph Lauren did blah, 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 blah. And
I get this.
Like, why is that the only way to you?
So, Kanye is just Kanye. I think we all understand that by now. He's not the best person with words. He a feeling person. He know what he think. He not going to say that shit right. We just have to accept that that's who. Everybody knows somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? We usually protect those people because they're honest people. When they say shit, it don't sound right to people who don't know them. And all that is cool. But he can't sit there and be like, yo, well, Jay-Z made Tidal. But Jay-Z should have made Tidal back in 96. He signed Def Jam, Interscope, put his shit on YouTube, everything. Now that he's in a position to, we got Tidal. It's for the artist, by the artist, by artists, and everything like that. You need to get somewhere so you can have these opportunities, and then once you get there, 100% I'm on board with you, bro. Once
so
you get there,
you feel like Kanye West is, now that he's got the Yeezy brand to $1 billion and is successful, that he's about to start reaching for the people that's below him to bring them up?
Let's just watch and see. I'm on board.
I'm speculating.
So I'm on board. Yeah, we all speculate.
I'm asking like you're speculating. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm on board. I'm on board.
I don't see it.
All right, there you have it. Sheesh.
I like that.
Voting for The Rock 2020.
Good discussion.
Yeezy 2020. Make America great.
Absolutely
to
not.
Mexico.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna cut some of these topics, man, because we gonna have a 3-hour show messing around and go through all of these. 3 hours plus. All right, the man of the hour right now, MGK. He hit up the Breakfast Club this past week and he set the record straight. All right, the Rap Devil had to talk about Eminem and his diss record in response to MGK, Kill Shot, and it debuted on YouTube as the biggest debut of a hip hop song in YouTube history. And caption, even when they beef with each other, they make money off the culture. And I am kind of scared to hear y'all go on a diatribe. But what do y'all think, man?
Rap Devil's a better track.
Hands down. Don't get a spook. I'm sorry, man.
This sounds like it's gonna be a quick one.
No, it's not. We finna.
Rap Devil's a better track. Eminem has a better infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? So he's just higher in the label. So of course you can do shit like that. His name has the cachet because he's the self-proclaimed rap god. And that's just the way I score it. You came at MGK based on a tweet from a while back.
6 years.
6 years. A lot has happened in 6 years.
Fam. Well, both of the songs suck. Wow. So I'll make that disclaimer now.
Let's talk about it.
It's
You said both of the songs sucks. Let's talk about it.
I never want to hear MGK rap again.
Wow.
Sheesh.
I wouldn't hear myself. I'm okay.
Why? What's the reason behind that?
I don't.
You
like,
don't have the answer. No,
I don't like.
He ain't got all the answers.
I don't like how he raps. Like even on the song,
That's
like
fair.
I'm just like I don't like how you rap. The beat was fire. I'm like, oh, this beat is hard, cool, and it's like this is what we do with it. It's like you motherfuckers rapping about weird beards, man buns. Like this is the worst beef I ever heard in my life. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but it's stupid.
Mayonnaise mayhem, man.
It's 100%. It's funny because it's like, wow, we really got white beef going on. This is funny. It's entertaining from an outside perspective, but it's like, yo, like if I can go the rest of my life never hearing either one of them rap again, and I'll be fine. I promise. I didn't like Kamikaze. I didn't like what was the thing before it? Revival. I didn't like that.
Hey, don't disrespect G-Eazy. G-Eazy is in this too.
The only white rapper that I love and respect is no longer alive. So
Who's that?
Mac Miller. So the rest of these guys, I can care less. MGK, Yellow Wolf, G-Eazy, Eminem, whoever the fuck else you can find out of a trailer park. Like I don't care.
Jesus.
None of them. I don't care about
Disrespect is real.
I don't care about any of them. None of them. Like,
You live in a trailer park?
Fuck.
they all have the same white rapper style. Like
It is Death Row for you.
it's all the same. They all have the same. I feel like they're trying to prove something with their rap. Like they're trying to prove, like, yo, I can rap words better than you. Like, bro, you're not saying a thing. Like I listen to the Eminem shit and it's like I don't know what are you talking about. Like I feel like you just finding words that like you have a thesaurus, like a big ass thesaurus in your studio, and you just like, yo.
Like we were saying before we started recording, Eminem's been that way to me for like almost 15 years now.
I agree, but now it's just when you grow, you want the people that you listen to grow as well, and it feels like he's not growing post post the drugs, like after
I
the
thought
drugs.
you were about to say Post Malone.
He don't even count as a rapper to me, bro. Like,
I was gonna bring up Bubba Sparks, but
Please don't get him going. He
That's-
didn't already said his little
was gonna
speech.
get
I know
ugly.
what he's
I
saying.
Pun
I
intended.
have nothing bad to say about Bubba Sparks.
okay.
I have nothing good to say about it either, so we just leave it at that.
Really?
That's fair.
What am I gonna say about Bubba Sparks? Like,
That he wasn't good.
Why would
And
you
then Timberland Production saved his
You
ass.
wasn't checking for Miss New Booty, man?
Hell no.
rocking everywhere?
Call it pop, Bubba Sparks.
I have no judgment.
I did like Lovely because Timberland showed his ass on that production, but that's about it.
I have
So,
no judgment for
so
this.
speaking specifically on MGK's Breakfast Club interview, I feel like I have a better understanding on who he is.
Absolutely.
And who previous to that interview, I never previous to Rap Devil, never heard an MGK song. Never heard an
Wild
MGK.
Boy?
Never heard an MGK song. One of the little guys from the block used to listen to MGK, and he like one time we was all kicking, he tried to put that shit on. And, no sir, you turn that off right
There's
now.
no play in this ride.
Right, right. But
Casey.
I didn't know he was on tour with like Fallout Boy.
All Out
and
Boy,
shit.
yeah. I mean, white people like white people.
Yeah.
So
They still
I didn't
go.
know that was him in Nerve. I didn't know he was an actor. And he explained that the man bun was for the movie and everything. Like, okay, that's fair, I guess. But I didn't know that he was working as long as he was working.
Yeah.
I thought he was just another pop-up. You know what I'm saying? So out of that interview, I got a little more respect for who he is. But like my man said, if I never heard another MGK song, would I really be mad?
Absolutely.
I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I wish him the best because he is working. I know he's a father. And if there's any way that you can win, go ahead and get your money. You know what I'm saying? But as far as this beef particularly, I got MGK plus one. And Eminem put out 2 tracks. So I feel like MGK winning. He said he's not going to respond. At this point, I feel like he doesn't need to.
This is crazy. We having a conversation about MGK and Eminem. That is crazy.
Yeah. White beef in rap.
This is weird.
This
This is a real conversation.
and they both get money from Interscope.
Yeah, we're gonna get a rap
Interscope
beef
is
death like Pac and Big, man.
Nah.
Somebody gonna
It's
die
time.
for this.
Nah.
It's tough.
Oh, from this? Nah,
That's
ain't gonna
tough.
happen.
That's the we not
White
asking
rapper
for
dying?
it.
From violence?
Not from violence.
That'd be the end.
Cyber
That'd be
violence.
fun. You gotta say that.
You been getting a lot of them dying from overdoses, but
Yeah.
That's
Always.
Other than
that's a
that,
part
but
of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Get that nigga out of here.
That was quick.
Fuck the rest of this shit. I'm gonna wrap up music with the new music releases we got. We got a new joint by Lupe Fiasco.
Drogas Wave.
Drogas Wave. All right, that dropped initially earlier than it was supposed to be expected. You know what I mean? My homie, my ratchet bag, Young Dolph, he dropped Role Model.
I love Young Dolph.
Hey, I just got into Young Dolph like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I actually like Young Dolph.
I love Young Dolph.
Yeah, that's the ratchet bag. Him, Future.
Future drop something?
No, he ain't dropped none, but it's just the ratchet.
Oh, you're
bag.
ratchet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Young Dolph. Somebody posted a tweet the other day. It was like, "What rapper do you believe their lyrics 100%?" And I couldn't think of nobody else but Young Dolph.
21.
That's the only person. I don't listen
Listen
to
to
him
his
enough.
lyrics.
I don't listen to 21 Savage enough to trust his lyrics enough. But everything Young Dolph says in his songs, I'd be like, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I can see, like I listen to Young Dolph a lot. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see.
I just don't like how he like elevates his vocals like in mid bar.
I love it.
It's just weird to me.
You don't like when people talk like that?
Like people don't talk like that.
People talk like that.
Like people don't talk like that.
With Tourette's. He like hip hop Tourette's.
Yeah, man.
I love Young Dolph.
And,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm coming through this. Yeah,
and wrapping up music releases, MGK released Binge. Young Boy Never Broke released the mixtape Decided. And there was a group called Brockhampton. They released Iridescence. They're like a hip hop boy band. Yeah, that sells a lot of records. So.
Can I say something? Mm-hmm. If you a fan of lyrical or deep rap, go cop that Drogas Wave, bro. I was listening to that, and Lupe just being Lupe. You know what I'm saying? Old school Lupe.
Lupe ain't never really failed us though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna
Lupe,
say that damn much.
Like is just being Lupe.
You like Drogas Light?
Hell yeah.
You like Drogas Light? Okay.
It's better than
You
that.
like Lasers?
I love Lasers, bro.
I liked it. It wasn't his best, but I liked it.
He got some stuff on there I like though.
Rank it.
Out of his work?
I mean, what's beating the cool and food and liquor though?
I just said rank Lasers.
I think Lasers is right above Food and Liquor too.
So 4, 5.
So 1 would be Food and Liquor.
Okay.
2 would be The Cool.
Okay.
3 would be Drogas Light.
No.
Yeah.
Over
hell
Tesla on Youth?
Over Laser?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely over Laser. But over Tesla on Youth? Nah, I can't do
Nah,
that.
bro, I wouldn't do that.
Tesla on Youth is third.
I got the cool number 1,
Me
and
too.
then I'm going food and liquor.
Me too.
And honestly,
They 1A, 1B.
yeah, basically. But this Drogas Wave though, bro. I think he found it. Lupe for the past couple years, he's been looking for a particular sound, and he's putting out music every once in a while, just testing it. And I feel like Drogas Wave is the fruition of the work that he's been putting in. So I like what he got going on, and of course he coming with the bar. So if you got the opportunity, just check it out.
I was checking it out last night. Heard a couple songs. Sound real nice. I like Lupe. Lupe's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Sounds real nice. I fell asleep though.
That's because you was tired, bro.
Yeah, it was like 3 in the morning. I was tired and I was high. It was like 3 in the morning. I was like, I'm out.
Just ate.
It was cool. Like I like Lupe.
But there you have it, man. That was music.
You gonna forget the
let's
great
go ahead.
Lil Uzi Vert?
Yeah, man.
Dropping New Patek?
Yeah, we ain't got enough time.
Come on, y'all.
We ain't got enough
We can
time.
just name it off.
That song is amazing.
Hit that shoulder roll one time for
You know what
me.
I'm saying?
What do you say?
So wait, man. We be rocking with Uzi, but we ain't rocking with who you was just talking about?
The white folks?
Yeah, man.
I feel like wait. I feel like we shouldn't even have to go into that anymore.
New Paddock on my wrist.
I'm probably never gonna have a paddock, so I really just
Man,
it
dream
came
big,
out.
yo.
It's just like
Dream big here.
Right? Just get the infrastructure.
hey, my Apple Watch ain't failing me. I'm good.
Apple Watch 4 on my wrist.
Right?
But there y'all have it. That's music, man. I ain't touching the rest of this shit. Let's get into sports.
Oh, right, that's me. So with sports, I think I didn't talk about Space Jam 2. But D Wade, man, he's say it's supposed to be his last season. Any thoughts? Y'all sad?
Show up. show up to see D-Wade. When he come to your city, just show up. We gave Kobe love, and we didn't even like Kobe when he was in the league. We all loved D-Wade.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't all love D-Wade.
We didn't like Kobe?
Y'all like Kobe?
I love Kobe.
Okay.
I think I appreciated
The
him.
first half of his career,
I
you probably
appreciated
didn't
him more as his career progressed. But
So
You mean
post-rape or
post-rape,
pre-rape?
right?
Post-rape Kobe?
yeah, post-rape Kobe he balled. So,
Yeah,
but he balled
had
before
to.
that. But
Yeah.
That's crazy. The
He had to
rape
fight
was
for
his
his freedom.
rebrand.
see, why are we saying post? He didn't rape her.
'Cause he changed
He
his
got
name.
found not guilty.
Okay, when name 24 Kobe then.
Post-rape trial.
There you go.
There you go.
Post-accusation.
There we go. See?
Post alleged rape.
There we go. Let's make it.
Post-accusation.
Yeah,
Kobe definitely needed a rebrand.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. I just didn't like what he was doing in L.A., the fact that nobody wanted to go there because of his attitude and the culture that he kept there. But people still showed up to say farewell to Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like D-Wade has been a picture of professionalism his entire career. And I don't know if everybody loves him, but I love him. You know what I'm saying? So if you got the chance, just show up, wave to him. You know what I'm saying?
But we got that connection anyway
Because we went to,
we
same high school.
Richards, so.
Yeah.
I went to Richards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I won't say anything else.
Whatever you have to say, we were long gone. So
We'll be here all day, Beam. No.
I won't say anything else.
Next one.
Fuck Richards.
we were long gone.
Jimmy Butler is requesting a trade from the Timberwolves. That's what y'all want to call them.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. I still have a gripe with Tom Thibodeau for what he did to Derrick Rose.
Yes.
I'll never forgive him for it.
Never forget.
I'll never forgive him for it. He ruined what could have possibly been the best point guard we ever seen. So he robbed us of that. And he's trying to rekindle this Bulls flame in Minnesota.
And Jimmy don't want to be a part of
Jimmy
it.
Butler
That's
is out.
because he fell out with them while in Chicago.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to leave. Like I
I
really-
don't want Noah and Dang back here. Like,
and it's like, and Andrew Wiggins, like that whole like spat on like the internet the other day was hilarious. I feel like Jimmy Butler is in like.
Enlighten me, please, because I don't know what's going on.
I think Jimmy Butler. So I'll explain in a second. But Jimmy Butler may be in my top 3 favorite basketball players right now.
He can't be.
And it has nothing to do with basketball.
Okay.
I hate
see
his
that.
attitude.
I love.
I can
it's
see
so-
that.
it's-
Some people
he's
love that, though.
hilarious.
No, he's not.
He is
He's
hilarious.
an asshole.
It's funny to me.
Some people like that.
I don't expect that from NBA players, so it's like wow, because like, and he looks quiet. He doesn't like he starts no trouble, but
Because that's what he was.
he's maniacal, and it's
But
hilarious.
once he started to get some notoriety, he became this arrogant, big-headed.
Nah, he deserved it.
I
He bet
love
on
it.
Doesn't
himself.
deserve
He
it.
bet on
I love
himself,
it.
bro. He worked to get where he at. He don't
Who?
nobody
A lot of players
apologies.
do that though.
Every player worked to get where they at, so that's why I respect them when they act a certain way. And then when you distinguish yourself amongst the best in the world, like this is the NBA we talking about. These are the best basketball players in the world. He's distinguished himself. He deserves to strut a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the contract that they tried to give him to keep him there. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna wait another year because I'm gonna show y'all something." He did that. He got paid. I like that. Keep that same energy, bro.
But basically, what happened was before they even like requested the trade, it was like a thing that came out that Jimmy Butler said like there's some people on the team that's like they don't work hard or like they lazy.
They don't have heart.
They don't have no heart, like that whole kind of thing. So of course everybody knew they were talking about Andrew Wiggins. So Andrew Wiggins, like once Jimmy Butler requested the trade, Andrew Wiggins' brother made like an IG post or something. It was like hallelujah, and then Jimmy made it like an Instagram video responding to it like hallelujah, but
Doing
keep
like
that same
a little
energy.
prayer,
Yeah, like keep that same energy. And then Steven Jackson, I have no idea what Steven Jackson came into, but I love it. It was funny as hell anyway. He made an Instagram video talking about Andrew Wiggins not having heart, blah blah blah. Then Andrew Wiggins responded to him, and it's been like a back and forth. Steven Jackson's like, I come from this. Like you don't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep that same. Okay, keep that
Stack
same.
5 is not one you want to mess
Like
with.
Yeah.
he fought fans. I think people forget this was a thing.
But he also went into the crowd and when they played Big 3 here in Chicago and passed out chicken wings. So shout out to Steven Jackson.
I was here for that game and I didn't get not one wing, so I'm kind
I
of.
was on the floor. He was like in the crowd, so I couldn't get over there.
I didn't get not one piece of chicken. But yeah, that's the thing, and I'm glad he's leaving. The Timberwolves was a failed experiment. I knew it wasn't going to work because I don't trust Tom Thibodeau as a coach, as a head coach. I think he could be a great defensive coach if that was like his role, but he don't need the number one responsibility.
Yeah.
That's just Tom Thibodeau.
And also, I just saw today that Jimmy will not be attending camp, and he will be not participating in media day.
I love the NBA now. Like,
So we really got to watch this play out.
Yeah.
Because he requested a trade. That don't mean that he's necessarily getting traded.
Right.
And since you
And
requested a
Thibodeau
trade,
said he has no intentions on letting him go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hope he just don't do too much where he can't, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm
hash it
saying,
out.
he'll put himself in a spot to where nobody is going to want him.
No, sir, no, he's Jimmy Butler. Somebody gonna want, but he gonna end up on the
Yeah,
side.
he's Jimmy Butler. That means he's replaceable.
He gonna
Jimmy
end up on,
Butler's not a top 10 player in this league.
but he's good. Did he make the All-Star game? No.
Yeah.
He was hurt, but yeah, he made
So did plenty of other people.
Yeah, that you would want on your team. Well, all I'm saying is he requesting a trade like he know where he going. We don't know that he's going anywhere, and he could put himself in a bad situation. But
I don't think he cares because
he just want to be out.
the Timberwolves ain't a championship contender either.
They're in the West. They cooked.
Yeah.
They're not a contender. I don't think they would be a contender in the East either.
I think they would be.
I think Boston,
Especially right now with LeBron out of there, he definitely could contend.
Yeah.
4 seed.
Nah,
4 seed.
not with
They're
Kyrie.
killing Philly.
Come on,
Fuck out of here. Hell no.
Cat and Joel, that's a good matchup.
No, it's not.
It's a great matchup.
No, it's not. Joel Embiid would wash the fuck out of Carl Anthony Towns.
I
Did you see what he did in the playoffs this year?
I can't agree with that.
Did you see what Cat did in the playoffs this year?
Cat's
Crumbled.
also
He crumbled. He did. I ain't even
Crumble
gonna
hard
lie.
as fuck
I'm
against
not even gonna lie. He did.
who was guarding him?
Clint Capella,
Capella,
who's probably one of the top
which is
three.
a great defender.
Yeah, top three in his position.
But Joel Embiid is a top 10 player in the NBA.
Cat is a top 10 center in NBA.
No, top 10 center. I said top 10 player.
He's a top 10 center.
That's
top 25 player.
Hey Jimmy, I don't know what you going for. I just hope it all work out for you, bro.
He'll be fine. He trying to get that last big contract because he finna be 30. That's all it is.
I hope he get it too.
That's all it is. He trying to get the last big contract.
Jimmy got to fix his attitude, man.
That's why he trying to go to the Clippers instead of the Lakers because the Lakers don't have the cap.
Go to Golden State.
To make $2 million a year.
You get a ring. You get more money.
I don't think a lot of these players care about that. I think a lot of these players like, I want this bag. Fuck it.
Everybody want the bag until they start shitting on you for not having a ring. That's why I respect Melo.
LeBron
That's why I respect Melo.
changed the
Melo about
landscape of that.
Hell yeah.
bread. Melo about
Melo
that
like,
bread
let me get,
since day
it's like
one.
you can stay with the Knicks, you can go to the Bulls to be a contender. He was like, the Knicks paying me like $130.
Yeah.
The Bulls trying to give him like $80. He was like, fuck that.
Right.
I was like, thank you. That's an honest person. Like,
And then finessed OKC into buying him out, bro. And he's still finna get paid.
it's a genius, man.
I respect that.
Oh, and let's see. Going to football. Josh Gordon got released. I think he's getting traded. Or
He
released.
got traded.
Yeah, to the Patriots. Yeah, he got traded to the Patriots for like a 5th round pick or something like that. And it's like, I feel like every time somebody decent or good gets released or something, somehow they end up on the Patriots.
Keep Tom Brady afloat.
Like, I don't like this. Like,
Whoa.
it's weird.
So I guess
Now what's going on?
the question is, does Josh Gordon going to the Patriots help or hurt that franchise?
It could go either way.
The same questions
It can't hurt.
that were posed
It definitely
when
can.
Randy Moss went to the Patriots and they started setting records.
Yeah,
So I think it's a very similar situation.
it is.
The Patriots is not every other organization in that they actually maintain a level of discipline in that organization, which has been Josh Gordon's problem.
Right.
So I feel like Belichick gonna straighten him out, and we might see the best version of Josh Gordon.
If my
I hope so.
quarterback was
Go
Brandon Wheaton, I probably
Right.
smoke weed every
right.
Like, I can't even, like, y'all never gave him a chance to, like, he did all the great shit he did with
In spite of the team,
horrible, with a, like,
He
some of
was-
the worst
But
fucking
now
teams
they
football.
finally look like they're getting back on track in Cleveland. And
they gonna do something.
I'm not saying that, but they got their
500?
first. But they got their hell no. They got their first win in 2 years.
They can't even go 500 because they got a tie on their record.
That's an L.
They can't even go 500.
Hey, but it's better than last year. Did they win last year? They have not. They got to win now. So they're one up than last year.
And
Already.
He didn't play
So technically, the season is a success already.
already.
Absolutely.
If yeah,
and
And
then
Baker Mayfield
they-
dancing just like he did at Oklahoma.
they trying to, and I'm kind of mad about that. Like, I like that Baker Mayfield, he came in and had a good game. But people are making it seem like Tyrod Taylor has had a terrible season. He had a bad game. But the first 2 games he played was pretty good. But the least you have as a black quarterback in the NFL, you fuck up one time. Eli Manning led the league in interceptions about 6 times.
That's true.
Still the damn quarterback.
Yeah,
and looks horrible.
Did you say a backup quarterback or black?
Black.
Because I feel like that's the biggest factor when talking about people like Tyrod, who they so quick to give up on.
Yeah, they
like you said,
as a black player, as a black player in the NFL, you have a short leash.
Like,
or a black coach for that matter.
Yeah, they don't except Marvin Lewis.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin is the exception right now.
At least he brought you a championship.
Yeah.
At least he brought you a championship. Like, okay, fine.
But the way that locker room looks right now, I would not be surprised if he gets the can.
I think he's getting fired.
He might get the can.
I think he's getting
Truth
fired.
be told, I don't even watch.
I don't watch either, but I keep up on social media.
Yeah, it's over for the Steelers. And Steelers was my favorite team growing up. But now I don't really give a fuck about the NFL too much anymore. But, yeah, like Baker Mayfield had a good game. He came into this thing, but now they're going to herald him. Like, I'm hearing people have conversations like, can he be the biggest star in Cleveland history? Like, damn, like, man's had a good game. Like,
but who's the biggest star in Cleveland history?
Cleveland Browns history, maybe.
Right, like
the
Jim Brown?
Y'all want to say, all right, well, I'm not going to
Who's bigger than Jim Brown from Cleveland?
I'm not going to argue Jim Brown. I'm going to probably argue LeBron James.
No, it's in football.
I'm talking about, like, they said in Cleveland history, not football.
Oh, they smoking dicks.
Like, does Cleveland, and I don't think he can be bigger than Jim Brown either. Like,
no.
Nah, the Browns don't have a great history, but...
Who said that? Tell them to holler. Whoever said that shit, holler at me.
I've seen it on the internet.
Yeah.
And it's like
I'm on the internet.
Man's had a good game.
The Great Free Willy on all social media.
He might
Instagram,
throw 5
video.
picks next week.
If you think Baker Mayfield is going to be the greatest athlete.
Like, if he bring a championship to the Browns, he bigger than LeBron. Like, nah, it's not.
If you bring a championship to the Browns, you're doing something, though.
You're doing something, but I'm not going to give you the title over.
You're not going to be
But-
the guy.
Like,
LeBron brought it to Cleveland, though.
Yeah, it's kind of
So,
like LeBron has. Like,
but he called it. I think that's why you can't beat LeBron, because he's like, I'm coming back to win a championship. Then went to the ship, damn near did it himself. He didn't damn near do it himself.
Yeah,
He
don't
put up
tell that.
Yeah,
Don't put that
he put up the
narrative
best
out, bro.
performance that I had seen.
Wait.
But then the next year,
Who, Kyrie did or LeBron?
Kyrie got hurt.
it's about first
Not
year.
in the first one.
Yeah, in the first
Yes, in the first one, Kevin Love and Kyrie got hurt. And he took him to 6 games.
Yeah, he got hurt.
I'm talking about when they won.
So
Kyrie was the reason they won.
I can appreciate that. I'm not even gonna. I can appreciate
No,
that.
we not.
Am I not stating facts?
No.
Yeah, you being untruthful. You being untruthful.
Well, please tell me, bro. Like,
So
without that,
Steph.
if I'm not
more
mistaken,
valuable?
Kyrie had a block on Steph, right? And then came back and hit a 3. Exactly. That's what won them the championship. So exactly.
Because I could have sworn LeBron had a historic block on Iguodala.
He did. I'm not.
Okay, it's a team sport, y'all. It's a team sport. When I'm saying,
Niggas always pour that team sport shit, but
all
they
I'm
give
saying-
LeBron all the
I'm
credit,
saying,
bro.
who is more valuable?
Kyrie. And
So you
that's
think Kyrie could take?
Without Kyrie, you don't win.
No, what I'm saying is, without Kyrie, without LeBron, could Kyrie take Golden State 6 games?
It don't take that long. No.
Nope.
It don't.
But neither could LeBron.
He did
did.
it before.
He did
With
not.
Magic
Yes, he
Dellavedova.
Hell no.
Where are you getting your like? What
What game did Kevin? What game did Kyrie get hurt?
Game 1. Game 1. He
They
got
won
hurt.
that game, right? Cleveland won. Cleveland won game 1.
No.
If I'm not mistaken,
No,
I
they
think
didn't.
I think they won.
I don't think so.
No. I don't believe so.
We can just fact check.
I don't remember.
But the facts are facts.
Can we fact check that? Can we?
Because he got hurt. I think he got hurt and they ended up losing the game in overtime or some shit.
And Kevin Love got hurt the series before, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So he took
In
Golden
Boston.
State to 6 with Matthew Dellavedova and Timofey Mozgov.
Facts.
And J.R. Smith.
Who?
Oh, okay.
You mean Earl? He don't have the right to be called JR no more.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not now, but back then, yes, you could call him J.R.
You can't say somebody else is the reason they won a championship when I led the whole series
In every category.
at points.
He was the
Steals,
series
rebounds,
leader in
blocks.
every category.
Every Same with I'm not saying Kyrie didn't do hella shit, but to say he was the reason is crazy.
When you have the ball in your hand 80% of the time, you will lead in statistically every
plenty of people
categories
who do not
also.
do that.
That's not true. It's
There's
never
plenty
happened
of
before.
people who do not do that.
At that size, nobody really does
Okay,
that.
so
all
he's
of that.
special. Thank you for acknowledging that. Appreciate that.
I guarantee you, give Ben Simmons 3 years, he could do that also. If he continues to play point guard, I guarantee you.
No, he can't. He can't score the ball like LeBron can.
LeBron couldn't score the ball like LeBron.
League averaging 20 points a
At
game.
one,
Yes, he
they were all dunks.
No, they were not.
No, they were all
LeBron
dunks.
was shooting. LeBron was shooting 5-6 threes a game since
He
his
was
rookie
not
year.
making 5-6 threes.
But he at least shot him.
He was shooting them. Ben Simmons don't even shoot
He
him.
doesn't even try it. And he
They
say he ain't gonna
give
do
Ben
it.
Simmons the Rondo treatment.
I like
We
Ben
gonna stick you
Simmons.
at the free throw line.
All right, we're not gonna hold.
Boulevard
the
Ave
podcast.
Sports coming soon. Did you find that stat, Will, or no?
This is from 2016 finals.
15.
15. Hold on, let me go back to that. I'm on 6.
Well, while he doing that, let's go ahead and
Because I just remember that. Like,
get into them 3 new rule changes or something.
It happened because I don't
That I was waiting on B to tell me about that. Huh?
I think.
I think they had one with like the shoes or something. Like you can wear.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that's separate from these. One is off an offensive rebound. The clock resets to 14 instead of 24.
What?
That's cool.
That is not
I don't
cool.
have an issue
Why
with
not?
That's because that's another way to stall.
Stall. That's
Yeah,
speeding up the
game.
that. Yeah,
game
speed it up. 'Cause
No.
it's less time.
You get more, so it's gonna be less interesting.
because off a regular rebound, you get 24 seconds, right?
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm
You
tripping.
bringing the ball
I'm
up.
tripping. You're
People
right.
don't get into their sets until 10 seconds
You're right.
anyway.
You're right. You're right.
So if you already have
I
it on
retract
your
my
court,
previous statement.
if you already have it on your court, you're good.
Please purge that from the record. I retract my previous
What
statement.
was the other one? The other one was like the clarification of a clear path foul. I think they're changing that, and also flagrant too. So
That was a lot of gray area this season
yeah,
as far as flagrant fouls go.
yeah. So they're getting more clarifications on that.
Golden State won game 1 by 8. I don't know what you're doing.
Nah, bro,
wanted
it's
to know.
reception. It's reception, Big Will.
Golden State won by 8 in the first game. No Kevin Love.
And Kyrie got hurt.
They lost 2 straight. Then it was tied game 4, and went downhill after that.
Yeah, the two that Cleveland won back to back had to been bad games from Steph.
We can.
And Steph usually like he'll disappear in the.
I like that they were bad games for Steph and not good games for
You
them.
hear him though?
He scored 19.
How many other All Stars were on that team?
They was getting shut down
And
by Matthew Dellavedova.
How many other Olympians?
27 in the second.
How many other Olympians were on that team? How many other Olympians were on that team with Steph?
LeBron
That
dropped.
time,
3.
I mean, we got Clay
Draymond went on
and
that?
Draymond, but he was just really coming into his stride.
What?
Draymond went
That was peak Draymond.
Nah, hell no.
points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds.
That's peak. 7 points, 3
Listen, I'm
rebounds.
talking about in his career. He was everybody tied. It's the playoffs.
But still, like,
All I know is
So-
in game 1, LeBron dropped 44.
Okay.
Game 2, he dropped 39. Game 3, he dropped 40.
40, 12, and 8.
I'm not blaming the loss on Steph Curry.
All we want is a little respect. bro.
And Steph had 19 that second game.
All we want is a little respect.
He was
bro.
watching LeBron do what he do like we was. You gotta give
Can we get a little respect for LeBron?
the king needs his
I've
credit.
never here's the thing. LeBron, when LeBron has the ball in his hand, he does remarkable things. We can all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. He always has the ball in his hand. So whether he has a point guard on his team or not, he's the point guard.
You mad?
Oh, Kyrie is. That's why he left. But
That's why he got hurt too. He put it on himself.
He didn't get hurt. He wanted to do that movie, so he said,
See, I'm finna do Uncle Drew.
"Hey, y'all go see Uncle Drew, man. Big Boston made a sacrifice for that movie, so go ahead and see that."
And then he gonna go to New York too.
all right, continuing with sports.
Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Well, EA Sports is adding some culture to the game. They add in Spice Adams, some internet comedians, Spice Adams, The filet guy, YouTube sensation. Yeah, I was hoping somebody was gonna do that because I can't. Bone Collector, Marcellus Howard, Tristan Jazz, the professor from And One. So they added some culture to the game. I like live, and I made a hot take about a month ago with some of my friends in my group chat, and I said I think live might be the #1 basketball game in about 6 years.
I give him 1 year.
Nah, you tripping. My play on 2K this year is too good.
Really?
2K is trash this year. It's terrible.
Look at the defense.
The defense is awful. Niggas are snatching passes out of the air.
I love it.
Hey, I played 2K yesterday. My cousin suckered me into playing that, bro. I would much rather play real basketball than video game basketball, but you know niggas talk shit, so I got on the sticks.
He bust your ass. It happens, bro.
Endless steals, right? Endless steals.
Don't be disrespectful.
He gave me 30.
He definitely gave me 30. He dubbed me though. I'm not even gonna lie about that, but I don't play. But yes, the steals
Endless steals.
were ridiculous.
I love it, man.
A hand-off pass.
Terrible.
I love it.
How do you steal a hand-off pass?
I love it, man. Because in previous 2K history, defense was way. You can't cheese on this game. Like if you have even LeBron on the last 2K, if you have LeBron, there's no defender that can stop you. You ask for a pick, you call for a screen, boom, you can just shoulder in and just.
But that's like the real LeBron though.
But we're playing a video game. So
okay.
you
gotta be fair.
Playing a video game. So now like they made the defense like mad tough. You can't really blow past.
It's not
nobody.
tough though if you constantly getting ripped.
You gotta get your skills up, man.
There's nothing I can do about
skills
it.
like that.
Just hitting X and swiping the ball. I mean, square.
Like you actually have to run. Like you actually have to run plays on this 2K. And
I like that.
Xbox or PS4 guy?
I got Xbox.
Okay.
I'm not like.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm not one of those like what you just did. I'm not one of those guys. I can care less.
Anybody south of 25's got Xbox.
I only got the Xbox because it was $50 cheaper. I promise you.
It wasn't worth it.
It was.
It wasn't worth it.
I saved $50.
not.
$50 is always worth it.
Absolutely not.
$50 is always worth
He
it.
also saved $50 on that new Spider-Man.
I was just y'all saying on Spider-Man. Like that's y'all the hill y'all died on and God of War.
I don't even have a PS4. I have a PC, so.
I don't play enough adventure games to get into like the exclusives to care enough.
Yeah, right.
So it's like
Madden,
2K. I play some adventure games, but like I'm not like yo, my system got this. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. Okay.
My boy, Gas Station P loves live. He would be here defending that right now if he was here.
Yes, he would.
Shout out to P.
Okay, defending
Shout out
live
to P.
is different. It's gonna be good in the future.
He
But
definitely gonna be on the
It's really good this year. I
I didn't get.
I
played
think next
demo.
year, I think they'll have it down pat. And they also equipped women into the game. So 2K will bite that and put that in there next year.
So what it say for the culture though? When I hear that they putting the Bone Collector on here and the Professor on here and Filet, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get in touch with the people,
Which
and
is
I can
fine.
appreciate that.
Which is fine. And I do like that they're actually trying, because for a while it seemed like just live just wasn't even putting in an effort to compete. But they like it's the same with Madden. It might just be an EA issue, except for UFC, because UFC is a good game. But like Madden hasn't had competition since 2005, so they just put out any damn game they want to, and the consumer got to buy it because it's only a football game. we got.
They stopped making.
They bought the rights.
NCAA.
Yeah, they bought the rights to the shit, so it's like that's all you're gonna get, and you're gonna be happy with it. This I will say this Madden is actually good. I like this Madden. The last one and the one before that, especially once Odell did that catch, Madden just went like a whole another level, making catches just unbelievable. They made it a little more realistic this time. But back to live, bringing in like the women characters and stuff like that. Not characters, players. The women's basketball for FIBA was announced this week. Deanna Taurasi, Sue Bird, Elena Del Don, Brianna Stewart, Brittany Griner, who says she can beat DeMarcus Cousins, but whatever. Tina Charles. I'm not even about to do that name.
Bianca Agumake.
Yeah, the strength of the Black Panther, stripped it, and I'm not. No offense to you, I don't like messing up people's names, so I'd rather not try it. Her, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum,
Ashia Clarendon.
yeah, Morgan Tuck and the Rookie of the Year. I think she played with Sky, right?
She played for Las Vegas.
Okay. And no Candace Parker and no Maya Moore. Why isn't Candace Parker or Maya Moore playing?
I have no idea.
I mean, we see it all the time. We see it all the time in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? LeBron don't play, KD don't play. People sit them out. You know what I'm saying? But
and they've been there for the last few years.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you got to Maya Moore only been in WNBA maybe.
Yeah, she's still
40
relatively
years?
young. So,
but do you want to put that mileage on?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to her at the end of the day.
Play basketball eventually.
So you better play while you can.
How many games in the WNBA
Exactly, it's over.
I don't know because
I don't know.
everybody doesn't play the
on.
whole season because during the start, everybody is still coming back from overseas.
That is horrible.
They got to structure that a little better.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
You know what I want to see from the WNBA? Which I feel would make it way more exciting. And you heard this here first.
What, man?
Boulevard Ave. He said, "Men." Jawan.
Oh man!
What I want to see in the WNBA, just drop the rim.
We've actually mentioned that on here before.
Just drop it. It
Give
just-
him 8 feet.
Nah, bro.
Nah, 8 too much. Cause we got 7-foot bitches in there. Nah. Just give 9. That's like what, the park? That's like playing at the
But
park.
they got some girls that are dunking on the 10. So
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
It's like 3.
Yeah, that's cool.
They do one dunk.
I want to see a
season.
female. I want to see a female Russell Westbrook that just every time
bro.
come through and just. Cause that's why we watch the game. That's
Then
exciting.
even if they did that, I'll be like, "No, this shit fake." Like, you had to lower the rim. Like, nah, I
think P said they should do like a fillet contest, like just layup.
That's
contest.
layups. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that'd be
What
tough.
That's terrible.
I'm do that.
That's terrible.
I'm with them dropping the rim.
Drop
man.
the
Go
rim.
ahead, drop the rim.
So we
And that would just make it easy for Brittany Griner to just dominate.
Okay, but they
let
have to
Brittany
deal
get
with
them
that.
tomahawks in so you can get a little bit of excitement going. Like, you know, I don't
But
want
she's
to see
gonna do
no
the same
damn layup.
dunk over and over.
I can do a
She's gonna
layup.
the same-
See them get it going, man.
Like she do already anyway.
Yeah, and then it'll be just easier. You'll see it more often.
I mean, what's more
should,
often?
this should be Shaq in his prime. Like, oh,
And that was exciting to watch.
Yeah, I'm
because it
good
was
with it.
a grown man body another grown
Exactly.
That
now we got-
leads to
That's
more
gonna be a grown
WNBA
man
highlights.
body and other grown women.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all that's going on. And I don't want to speak too much from WNBA. I have my thoughts, and I don't want to offend.
I seen a video of Brittany Griner twerking. I don't know how I felt about it though.
And that was sports. Not about to talk about Brittany Griner
What
or anything.
wrong turn did you make on the internet?
I follow a lot of WNBA stuff on IG. So
Why?
Would you smash Brittany?
Oh my god!
absolutely not.
Don't act like you ain't just think about it for
I
6
did just
seconds.
think about it. I thought
How much Jose
at the end of the day, this is still a woman.
Her voice is like mine.
It's deeper than yours, bro.
I ain't gonna ask Will. I'm scared to ask Will.
Yeah, he all in.
Give us a head nod.
Will in there sober.
He like shit.
Will go in there sober. That's the bad
He gonna
part.
be stroking her dreads.
That's where we.
How Brittany Griner gonna suck? I
Y'all-
ain't even finna say it.
Yeah, use your imagination. Talk about something like that. Like,
I ain't even gonna say
Y'all
it.
chest the same size, bro.
That'll be
yeah.
it.
Y'all chest the same size.
You gonna grab her by her neck, she gonna grab you by yours. You gonna feel disrespected.
Call me daddy. No, nigga. You call me daddy. Like, she...
The biggest story of the week comes from Sesame Street.
Oh.
It's over on the block.
Oh man.
They saying that our beloved childhood characters are gay.
The guy, the writer or whatever, he came out and made a statement. He was like, nah, fam.
Nah.
Yeah, he went back. He retracted his statement.
Again?
He said that
Puppets
people.
can't have it or something.
Yeah, he said that people
They don't have
twisted his
sexual-
words.
Right. He said they don't have a sexual preference, which is hilarious. Like, America is a great place sometimes. Yeah. Like, we having a conversation about if two imaginary puppets like penis or not. And it's like, wow. I know that was like, you know, a thing that needed to be discussed. And people were actually mad when he said, like, nah,
It's like it's
What
like
do you mean?
it's
Why
like
can't they like men? It's like, bro, like
because they're not real. They're not people.
that's why.
But what if they identify as people though?
They don't because they don't
like
exist.
transhuman?
Who are you to say that?
Living crazy.
Transhuman.
Hey, that's the world we live in right now, bro.
It is.
People
We
gotta
not
stop
even-
questioning all this dumb shit.
That agenda, man. That agenda is Charlie Sheen winning, man. Like the gay agenda is doing a lot better than the black agenda. I'll just say that, and I'll leave it
Absolutely.
at
Shout out
Yeah, they
Barack.
eating. They eating.
Shout out,
Yeah.
shout out,
Do their thing.
shout out Barack Obama.
They are doing their thing.
that. Facts.
I can't
What,
hear
what does that have to do with anything?
He helped propel that agenda. What you mean?
Do you think he done more for black people or?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Anyways,
You know, but we want the gay listeners too, though. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all, man.
We love them, like, if-
LGBT
But
community.
but y'all know you ain't real if you don't acknowledge that y'all agenda is doing.
Son, they say it's the new black
okay.
plight. Like we go through the same. Whatever. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
I'd be getting hate mail all day if I continue this conversation.
You gonna get some anyway, B, because of what you said.
People don't understand what they've been hearing, so that's on them for being dumb.
R.I.P. to Bliss.
Yeah, man.
So breastfeeding in public is legal now in all 50 states.
I mean,
Well,
you could have done that before, just
What is the
I
world
mean,
we
might
live
get
in?
a
like,
citation.
so that's a better question. Like, who is this a problem for?
I don't know.
I mean, I've seen videos where women were breastfeeding and people are just
What kind of
that
people?
away.
What kind of people?
Older white men.
Okay, there we go. I didn't want to say it.
Hey, these y'all people, man. Y'all the ones rocking with the white folks. Man.
All I'm saying, at what point do humans stop being human? Like, when you get a woman pregnant, changes happen. And that's one of them, so that process can occur. Mm-hmm. This is natural. This is beyond society.
But
That's who we are,
I do understand some people's want for, like, I guess, decency or whatever. Like, they want you to cover up or whatever. I might look at it and be like, oh, okay, but whatever. But some people is like, you need to cover. Like, I don't want my children to see your breast, blah, blah, blah. It's like I understand a part of both sides. Like, I don't understand people who say you shouldn't do it in public, period. I don't understand that. You can, but, like, if somebody wants you to cover up, I get that, too. Mm-hmm. I personally just don't give a fuck about most shit in the world. So, like, I do, like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I'm waiting for my food to come out. So,
I care.
I don't care.
Most
I
of them
care.
do cover up anyway, though.
That's
like,
what
they
I'm
got that
saying.
little thing, you know. So they
I
just-
care. And
Some
say,
people on the internet, they be at fucking Applebee's, they titties out and just like,
that's cool. We go to Hooters for, we
Yeah,
pay
that's,
for that.
and that's another thing. They'll record themselves doing it. Like,
yeah, like that's
you don't
kinda,
have to.
That's kind of iffy. Like it's kind of like I feel
I
like
don't care.
now you just
now
doing
you're,
it
you're trying to
for
put
the-
that into the
right.
forefront.
for the conversation.
listen.
I'm just sitting there like, come on, titty.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
A mother nurturing her child is natural. And if you can't even accept that, bro, just go home.
There's a lot of things that humans do that are natural that we conceal, though.
I get that, but specifically a mother nurturing life into her child.
But don't you feel like that could possibly? I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like
I appreciate
don't
it.
care too much, but it's like, don't you feel like that can open up the floodgates for a million other things that are human natural instincts or reactions or just
Like what? Because ain't nobody getting their dick sucked in public trying to, you know what I'm
not?
saying? Listen, if you can get that shit passed, if we can get that in 50
Oh,
states,
man.
bro, you'll be my nigga for life.
Top tier, so at the bottom,
It's gonna be a bill, man. We gonna
so much better.
for everybody. But not like that. Even just peeing in
Taking a shit.
public, taking this shit wherever you want to.
Hold on, speaking of that,
We gonna go back to
No,
what the Bible
speak-
said.
wait,
Niggas
wait.
naked and shit. Like,
why we on this taking shit in the public?
I'm scared.
Prank of the motherfucking year.
Excuse
Excuse my French. Prank of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I witnessed it, and I wouldn't have believed it. And I to this day, I don't know if this is real or not. But if it is, we need to take a knee for all of the lives that have been affected. But the prank of the year, there's a student in a private school who decided to prank the entire school by putting laxatives in the lemonade And what would ensue following that, I can't even put it in a word. There's no one word to describe an entire student body running throughout the halls of their school in a scurry because they are all shitting themselves.
This isn't American Vandal, is it?
This is real life.
But I think it's based on that. I still haven't watched American Vandal because it looks stupid, but I want to watch it. I heard it's kind of decent.
Yeah, I want to see it now.
I think they got the only second season now. It looked like it's funny, but that
Y'all think that's too far, though?
I love it. I wish I thought of it myself. That's great.
Well,
Depending on, if I'm the kid that did it, yeah, it's cool.
right? But what if you the 600 kids that didn't?
Would you rather be Hitler or the
Ooh, no, he said it. He said it. I tried to stop him.
Just say it.
I tried to stop him.
Y'all talk about
What you, Dave?
y'all talk about me.
I fuck with your son.
area.
It's a question. That's all.
Yeah, B got gray hair. Dave just kill shot. Everything.
That's
No,
red.
it's a-
Kill shot.
Like, of course, you'd rather
What
be
you
the
saying on
guy
cricket, man?
instilling all the bad. Of course, you'd rather be the ringleader and not the victim. Of course.
The reason I explained that the way that I did is because shitting yourself in school is an event so traumatic that people don't even think of. Like you wouldn't even consider that.
Right.
And for like 500 students, that just became a reality like that.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
If you did a prank, like, have you ever done a prank at your school?
No.
Never?
I ain't care enough.
What about you?
I'm sure I have. I can't remember though.
Bro, me and Brand went to the same, me and BD went to the same high school. And I don't know if you
Sorry,
can remember.
that's too.
I don't know if you can remember. But our junior year, the senior prank that the seniors did, they went into all the bathrooms and peed on the floors.
That's that Richard shit, bro.
I don't remember that.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Only Richards people
I
would
remember
go
that
in the
shit.
hallways and piss in the bathroom on the floor.
What school did you go to,
We're
man?
not talking about me. We're talking about Richard.
He must have went to Shepherd. Shepherd? Mm-hmm. All right. Oaklawn?
No.
All right.
He wasn't as privileged as me.
Eisenhower. That's the only one left.
You went to Eisenhower? Mm-hmm. You went to Dwight D? And you talking shit about Harold L?
Yeah, Harold Richard.
He
Jeez.
went to Ike.
Yeah.
What y'all good at? Showing up?
That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Hey, man, I love y'all. Everybody
you
with
said
Dwight D.
Dwight, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Dwight D. Eisenhower. Shout out to
Give us
y'all.
some credit.
Some of the baddest girls from 8th grade went to Dwight D. They all pregnant.
When did you graduate?
They went to 07.
Okay. So y'all got pregnant. That's good times. They all. They all are pregnant.
They all are pregnant. Yeah, I'll still be hitting the inbox, though. So, supreme scumbag. George Zimmerman was seen signing photos of Confederate flags and bags of Skittles in reference to what happened with Trayvon Martin. He also had some threats for the Carters. The Carters being Jay-Z and Beyonce. What y'all feel about that?
Somebody get rid of this dude.
Yeah, Streets is done, bro.
Man.
Streets is done. We still got him around. Like, he should not be able to sign a pack of Skittles.
Truth be told, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know he was still like out. I thought he went to jail for something.
No.
Imagine George Zimmerman going to jail for something.
His wife,
Right.
something happened with his wife, but, I think she ended up dropping the charges or something like that.
Of course she did. It's George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
But I think that speaks more towards where we at as a country. That people would actually even be a part of something like that. Mm-hmm. And in a time where we like to pretend, saying a few minutes back, we was all politically correct when we was talking about issues of sexuality and stuff like that. And we like to pretend that we on this certain level, especially when it comes to the progression of the black community and things like that. When you could have a Latin man who's being glorified by white people for killing a black guy, and people show up with their Confederate flags and claim that it's about tradition, and have him sign that, so we know exactly what tradition it is.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I appreciate honest people, and I think this is some people being very honest about who they are. You know what I'm saying? And I just want more of that. Keep that same energy. Keep it. Don't come around trying to be politically correct. Don't say African American if that's not what you want to say. Go ahead and take that chance. Because I got all the smoke in the world for you. And people actually want to be a part of this.
You say you in the military, right?
Nah.
No?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. How does like this whole like I feel like we're at a war, like kind of like a social war between the military and the whites, and like they're like the white Confederates, or I don't know what the left, I don't know which one it is, the racist people. I don't know what side they are. I don't do politics, but I feel like they're trying to reach on to the military as like to have them as an ally against black issues.
In terms of social justice, like with the Colin Kaepernick situation.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for the entire military, but I am a black man and a service member. I can tell you that people fight for different reasons. And I don't fight to silence people, especially when they speak out on issues as far as social justice, especially when those issues are close to home. Because I literally can't comment, but I can appreciate those who take a strong stance. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you stand for something, even if it means sacrificing everything. And people like to quote that we have men and women laying down their lives in the name of the flag. And like I said, different people fight for different reasons. But I know why I fight. I know what the flag means, and I know what it means to me. And that's liberty, freedom, and equality. And nobody can change that. So if you claim that the Confederate flag, which is the flag of an enemy to the Union,
thank you,
is your tradition, then you would have to say that the United States flag that we fly now is the flag of freedom and equality. And when people feel that that freedom and equality are being challenged and levied against certain people, where we don't see it at the same level, and it's obvious, it's very obvious. When I watch Terrence Crutcher, it's very obvious. When I watch Philando Castile, it's very obvious. When George Zimmerman shows up and is signing bags of Skittles, that flags have different meanings to different people. So I'm going to tell you right now, like I said earlier in the show, I haven't been watching the NFL, you know, but I can appreciate the things that are happening. And more than anything, I like honest people. So everybody who been talking in their backyards, everybody who been talking on their porch, who whisper about a water cooler, just keep the same energy, regardless of which side you on. Just keep that same energy. I love it all.
Well said.
I think you said it all, man. For real.
And it's like, I don't understand how, like, I feel like people don't really know the history of the Confederacy. Because it's like, in one token, you're like, all for the Confederacy, I guess because it's like rebellious, but also, I don't think you can do both. You can't be and also be for, you know, what the flag is supposed to represent now, the freedom and liberty. You can't do both. It's a contradiction. There was a war between the two, and the Confederate lost.
Yes.
Like, they're losers.
They are.
This needs to be acknowledged. They lost.
Right.
People were for the cool. They lost. That should be it. If you you can't claim to be, you know, a supporter of the Confederacy and also say you patriotic also.
Indeed.
It's impossible to juggle both. You can't do both.
So I was in Virginia at the time that they had the rally in Charlottesville when a man drove his car through the crowded street and killed a young lady, a young white lady, who was out there marching trying to be progressive. You know? What does that say? Where are we that? And then in protest to that, people showed up with tiki torches and Nazi flags, Confederate flags, and they were holding hands. So I feel like if anyone was drawing a line, it would be that side. of that particular, situation. That people, and it didn't happen overnight, and that was the scariest part to me, because it takes a lot to organize like that.
Yeah.
So there's been an underground movement of neo-Nazism and Confederacy to fueled by racism, if I can say that, fueled by racism. And this has been going on under our nose, and now these people have been empowered to the point where they can speak openly and even be active. I see KKK flyers. They're recruiting. For what? They're having a picnic? They usually have great picnics. I don't know if you've ever been to a Klan barbecue, but I heard the potato salad is wonderful. I think that's what they do.
I never got invited to one.
Great sweet tea, by the way.
Right?
I
But
like them all white pies,
no, you sick. But it's like I feel like everybody else, every group, everybody else is becoming allies or joining together and devising a plan because they know something is going to happen. Everybody's coming together and giving their group and getting stronger by the numbers, except us.
Yeah.
It seems like we're the only ones that's just like watching everything from afar, but we're the main ones being affected by everything. Mm-hmm. So it's like we need to do something to wake up and come together, and we also look for outside, assistance and alliance. And,
so when you say we, you do mean we as the black community?
100%.
All right. So you were saying we need outside alliances.
No, I didn't say we need that. I said we look for.
We seek. Yeah.
We seek it. Sorry. Yeah. We look like unless we have the outside help or assistance, we feel like we're not doing anything or we won't make progress on our own. And that's kind of like going back to the thing with Kanye and like looking for the out. Like it's deeper than just a fashion thing for me.
Yeah.
It's like black people as a whole, we have a thing where it's like if the white people don't think it's good, it's not good enough. With music, like, oh, it's not number one on Billboard. Blah, blah. You're not the number one artist in the world, so you're not that good. I can't take it serious. Like, we have a thing with validating success with white appreciation. And we have to find a way to go back to how we were in previous generations where
Greenwood.
It's like, fuck them. We don't need their assistance. It helps, yeah, but every little chance we get whenever there's a white person that says, hey, I love black people, we're like, oh, okay, cool, come through the barbecue, cool, we love you, thank you. And then they end up taking over the whole shit and making it something that it wasn't supposed to be to begin with. We always relinquish our own creations and our own ideas to the opposite team. Mm-hmm. We never keep it in-house.
Yeah.
Ever.
That has to change. Because we did that at one point.
Yeah.
And that's why I bring up Greenwood and Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When we sought to do our own thing, and that was so much of a threat that they.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we let that scare us and scar us for generations.
It's lynchism.
Mm-hmm.
It's lynchism. They take systematically the best. They take our marquee people. Mm-hmm. They put them on a pedestal, show you off, and then cut your head off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be afraid of that. Otherwise, we never gonna bust that move. Mm-hmm. I was having a conversation with one of my father figures the other day, and I was like, when I make my moves, it's gonna be different. Because there are a lot of people who are passionate about this, who are doing things in the name of reform and progression, who I feel are doing things that are ineffective. You know? And I just lost a friend Tuesday. And I got here Wednesday. And I got that phone call when I was packing my bags, and I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's people out here fighting against that. I just don't think that the way that they're fighting is the most effective way to do that. I don't think we should be out here marching.
I agree.
We shouldn't be out here blocking traffic. People did that in the 60s. Why are we doing still? Why are we still doing things from the 60s?
Old tactics.
It's a new game. It's a new world. You got to switch it up. I got a plan for all that, though. I'm just going to need the people to be ready. So y'all stay ready.
Yeah, it's gonna take something that we I feel like we're scared to do, but it's gonna take somebody to actually just like step forward and just get it started. I'm not trying to incite violence on the on the radio, but I honestly feel like that is the only way something is going to shift. The only way. Talking, no. Radio shows, no. Meetups, hangouts. Oh, let me invite you to this. Let me awareness. No, everybody's aware.
Can I say something? And this might be the Kanye West coming out me, but Al Sharpton don't speak for me, and Jesse Jackson don't represent me. As a young black man, I just don't feel like they represent me, because I'm something different than they were. We know two completely different worlds, and the things that they do may have worked back in their time. So if you know what I'm saying, when people reach out and they try to reach out to the black community, they reach out to these people who I've never seen. I've never seen. Father Flagger's old white man, he be out here. At least I see him. You feel me? And he be in the streets, and I know he be in the streets. But like, again, you know what I'm saying, they marching. I don't feel that's the most effective way. You know? I just want a better life for my people. We got to walk a better path, but at some point we're going to have to change directions from where we're going now.
Do you feel like these people pull these people such as a Father Flagger or whoever the fuck, pull them out to be like kind of a decoy to like kind of distract us from the progress we should be making? Like Father Flagger's like, oh yeah, let's shut down the Dan Ryan. The fuck for what?
I think that's what Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, I think that's what they were. They were like, you know, when you, like say police are doing like a undercover mission and they have like a safe word that they would mention. They're like the safe word. They're like the safe people that we have as a liaison between the two worlds.
It's a path, like I guess a pathway or a bridge. Yeah, or more so
absolutely.
A bridge to get to us. It's like, oh, okay, well they're black, so they must have our.
But do it get to us though?
Nope. Now it doesn't, but it did before.
How long ago?
It's been a while, but I think this generation of people understand what's going on, and they understand that what their positioning is within this infrastructure, and they don't really fuck with Al Sharpton.
No, we're aware. Like, we don't need Al Sharpton to tell us anything.
Right.
We have all the information we need now. Back then, in the older times, there wasn't as many outlets of information that we have now. So back then, it's like all they had was what was on TV or being discussed in the community. But now we have social media. I can talk to a million people that don't live around me and learn so much information. I can Google something. All the information is in my thumb.
Right.
So I don't need Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and all these other NAACP. I don't need none of maybe James Meek. I don't need none of the pastor guys. I don't need none of them to provide me information that I can get on my own.
Maybe not these people per se, but I feel like we do need leaders.
We do. Yeah, I'm not saying we don't. I'm not saying we don't. But I mean,
what I'm saying is those people are too disconnected from the current generation to be leaders for us.
Yeah, they're done with. Yeah, like they're done. Yeah. Nothing they say is like, oh damn, James Meeks, the House of Hope preacher. Oh, he talking. Let me go listen. No, I don't really care about what he talking about either. Like, none of them can speak for us. We are a whole different generation. Yeah. Whatever y'all been doing, it ain't been working. Why would I listen to you?
Facts.
If you've been my coach, say you're Marvin Lewis in the NFL, if you're my coach for the last 15 years and we haven't won anything, I'm not listening to you. I'm not. That's not a knock on him because, hey, you're a black man with a job. Great. But if you're not being successful in the tactics that you're using and you're clearly not trying to change, why are you still the leader of this community? Why are you still the face? Like, why do white people feel like they can come to you to teach us something, to tell us something? Why do they feel so comfortable with that?
And bread you up too.
Yeah, they paid. All of them paid. All these mega pastors and stuff, they're all paid. These leaders in the face, whatever, all the marches and shit, they're all paid. They're all paid.
I'm going to start a church.
It could be under the table or over the table. They're all paid.
I'm going to start a church so I can get tax exempt status.
That's really why a lot of them do it. Anyway.
I ain't going to get started on the church.
We can go a long
But
way.
yeah, and we ain't got that kind of time. So Frank Castle, if you out there listening, man, go on down there to Florida and handle that for us.
Yikes.
Yeah. If it was any time to have a Punisher,
Right.
now's the time to have a Punisher.
Hey,
And
somebody actually posted his address on Facebook.
yeah.
And then what we do with it?
I don't think nobody did shit yet.
I feel like
Nobody-
that's too much.
Streets is done.
Yeah.
My man posted and he said, "Do y'all thing,"
That's
but nobody did anything.
Nobody did. That's excellent.
Still not doing nothing.
That's
And
too
I commend Trayvon Father because that got to be hard, you know what I mean, to not do something
And
about
you
it.
still seeing
And-
this
you know
motherfucker
what I mean?
on
Yeah.
the internet doing shit.
Right.
And
That
it's
got to
like,
be hard.
it ain't even like George Zimmerman is like, oh, okay, well, that happened, but, you know, I'm finna go, you know.
He's not remorseful about it or
It's
anything.
not like you see him out playing basketball
Yeah.
or just do every time you see him, it's something dealing
Reminisce,
with
yeah.
being an asshole and, you know, I killed this black boy. Hey,
Yeah.
But how much do
Got one.
How much do we deal with that in the black community? You know what I'm saying? When somebody kill your cousin and they put out a video and make a song about it and shit like that.
That's true.
100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then they get touched and then, you know what I'm saying, whoever did that put out a video and you know what I'm saying? And then somebody killed them, you know, it's just a cycle of it.
Like you said,
It's
you
a
got
cycle.
to keep that same energy.
It's a cycle.
You got to
But
change it across the board. But
I still want to see it. It's a cycle.
Right.
But I still want to, I need him to die. For my sanity, I need him to go. I don't wish death on 99.999% of the people, but some people just got to go.
I mean, if the purge get cracking for real, y'all know where to go first.
Well, we shouldn't even need all that. Like, oh,
People in the
oh,
field.
he out here signing Skittles? I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
just throw some Skittles on top.
Niggas in
of it.
Florida said we shouldn't even be having this conversation.
Florida's the craziest fucking state in the world.
Y'all done gunned down Tentacion, but Zimmerman's still walking around.
And then
Well, Zimmerman wasn't walking around with that Louis bag.
True enough.
he
but-
shouldn't have to.
Right.
He
His-
walking
his-
around with a Louis bag. He
his-
might get touched too.
His name is more
what he
valuable
had,
than
yeah, what he had was more valuable. Remember, when he first did it, they raised the fund for him. And he got $500,000.
Yeah.
Then he sold, I think, the gun that he shot him with. And that was
Auctioned it on eBay.
yeah. So that's more than what it take to buy a motorcycle.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's
All right,
that,
man. Well, that is that. Gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for being on Boulevard Ave Radio, man. Before we get out of here, y'all go ahead and drop your social media information, not social information. Yeah. People can reach y'all at.
Let me get that social, bro.
Yeah, 315. Yeah, okay, yeah, my social media. So my Instagram is the.LordDave. That's THE.LORDDAVE. And my Twitter is just the Lord Dave. So no periods, none of that shit.
All right.
Yo, it's the Great Three Willie Track Team Media Group, Flint City label. You can find me on all social media. The Great Three Willie. That's the Great, the number 3, and Willie with a Y. I appreciate y'all for having me. I want to shout out to the Boulevard Ave boys, and I appreciate y'all. I've been nothing but love here. We had a great time. I hope the people can feel that we was all up here being honest, doing the best we could do for y'all. And I'm looking forward to y'all having me back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's refreshing having new voices and new thoughts and opinions on the show.
Hey, shout out to P, bro. I ain't get to meet you, but next time I know you're going to be here.
Yeah, P-Have going to be live in effect.
Shout out to P, man. He had a family emergency, man. So, shout out to him.
Yes, sir. All right, there you have it. I'm Ron Burgundy.
He don't fuck with Will Ferrell. He was
Before I get out of here, I just want to ask y'all to follow Boulevard Ave Radio on Twitter at Boulevard Ave_radio. That is BLVDAVE_radio. Also follow us on Instagram at Boulevard Ave_radio. BLVDAVE_radio. You can check us out every Wednesday. We drop on podcast platforms, and now we have another one to add to the bag. We are now, yes sir, we are on iHeartRadio as well. Dropping them big boy names. You dig? You dig? You talk my shit, man. I cut the shit off.
Spotify,
You know what I mean?
coming for you, nigga.
Spotify next. This is episode 19, man. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.